Hey everyone, Anthony here with Bangin Beers Podcast live at Brewfest this year, here with Ben, and you'll see in the back now is Uncle Butch. He will be on a future episode. Yeah, so we're hanging out, doing a live broadcast. Anyone can come sit down and hang out with us. We were actually donated 2 beers, Ben. You have your glass?
Oh, I didn't get my glass yet.
You gotta get your glass.
I'm gonna grab it, yeah.
Well, hard
I'm grabbing it. Yeah, I'm grabbing it.
So this is an awesome day here. This is going to be kind of chopped up and edited here and there to kind of make some stuff. We're going to put some cool things in there. But here's some of the lineup we have here this year. 1788, 1787 is bringing 2 beers. Abomination's bringing 3. Boneshire, Bonsai, Bird Nest, Covered Bridge. I can be here all day just naming all the breweries. There's over full page. I think it's over 30 breweries. It's going to be a great time. We're actually set up here right in front of the Greystone restaurant. So let me just give me a little here. I hope that's a lot better. There is music in the background.
Yes. Now I got my glass.
I hope the music doesn't get us fucking flagged on YouTube, but we'll find out. Yeah, so you get your glass. So we got 2 beers that we can actually go right away. You have your bottle opener? I know you're always prepared. So yeah, we got some cool stuff here. A lot of going on today. And a fun fact: so the Greystone actually has Lollihop on tap, and we've been looking for Lollihop forever. So if you are looking for that Lollihop, the Greystone got you covered.
It's on tap and have it right now.
It's amazing. So we're gonna have one quick one here. This is the Tropical Bitch by Flying Dog. I had this. You have your glass on you? You want to try a little bit? So this is Flying Dog's Tropical Bitch. You want to get on camera? You want to get in here?
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come on, yeah.
So this is Tropical Bitch. We're joined by Sean. Sean's a really good friend of the podcast. We love him to death.
I'm gonna have to go grab myself one of those glasses.
You don't got a glass yet? Well, you can have it right out of the bottle.
All right, fair enough.
All right, so this is Raging Bitch. This is the Raging Bitch, a Tropical Bitch. So it's the summer version of Raging Bitch by Flying Dog. I had this, but I didn't have it right. I had it right out of the bottle at Trippin' Billy a couple nights ago. So we're here we go. We're gonna try it out. First Bangin beer of the day. I gotta turn you on. That music is killing me.
Restaurants are lovely.
All right, so my second appearance at this it's a lot better. Here, have a sip. Tropical Bitch. So,
compliments of Greystone, by the way.
Yeah, compliments to Greystone. Thank you so much. So we have Dave from Tornado Tag Podcast, who's kind of joining the entire family of shows here, and then Senior, my dad, walking around Brewfest. They're going to be going live from YouTube. So this will be something you'll see a little later. This is not live today. This is kind of pre-recorded. But Tropical Bitch from the Greystone. Great. We did talk about breweries in the area and ones that do a really good job when it comes to not breweries but bars in the area that do a really good job when it comes to craft beer. And I did say the Greystone was high on my list. So
They certainly are, Tony. They very well are.
They do a very good job.
Yeah.
Now we'll just go right to the next one. So I don't want it to get too warm, but it is nice out today. This is Flamingo Dreams from Left Hand Brewing Company.
Oh, it's a left-hand brewing.
This is a
Wait. Before you do that, there's a certain way that you do it.
There's a nitro. You gotta.
I gotta check in with that Flying Dog.
What's it called? Fly.
I open the bottle, you get the can. There wasn't anything, any specific directions, because I know sometimes you have to do it.
Yes. That was fancy.
Yep.
Greystone.
This is from the Greystone, yeah. So that's like a strawberry milkshake right there.
Yo, wow.
Oh, you got your glass cool.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got enough for everybody.
Hit me a little bit. If you want out of glass, you can do that. That's a little, but you can have it right out of the can if you want to. Let me get a little bit more. I'm sorry. Ooh. So this is the Flamingo Dreams Nitro Ale. Huh? Yeah, this is not as much flavor I thought there was going to be, but it's one if you keep drinking this will this can cripple you by the end of the day.
It's a very blonde ale then too on the can.
Yeah, very,
That's nice. I like that.
I expected
That's a
it to be
Subtle,
more,
subtle berry, but at the same time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, but it's nice. It's
Yeah.
absolutely sour.
I know we're audio. I can't hear the conversation is too loud. So if you want to do yours too, it's not doing anything for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see what because Dave needs.
Absolutely. Thank you, man, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you
And we
for-
will have you on an interview very soon.
Someday.
We'll have you on. We're gonna talk weird stuff.
Yeah, we're very weird.
We're gonna get
stuff.
strange. All right, so that we're gonna wrap it up there for that first session here at Bangin Beer. We're gonna be cutting in and out, and we're gonna be doing some edits and putting it in and out and having some fun here. Putting it in and out. That's what she said. All right, so that's gonna be our first.
She
Our
looked right
first
at me
session.
too.
Yeah, that's what she
Eye
said.
contact.
Hey everyone, we're checking back in at Schuylkill County Brew Fest. You're sitting down with one of the creators of Schuylkill County Brew Fest,
Yeah.
Tyler. You've seen him on Tornado Tag Podcast.
Not in a while, but
Yeah, he'll be back.
I'll be back eventually.
Yeah, so look at this amazing championship belt. One of the breweries is going to take that home today.
Yep.
Who we got in the lineup?
So we got 8 breweries. We got Rotunda, Three Phase, Bird's Nest, Jonerstown, Wolf, Fonstock and Bear, Snitz Creek, and Tattered Flag are the 8 breweries.
So I just going around because we're very early. It hasn't started yet here. I've had Wolf Creek, the blueberry,
Okay.
and I've had Tattered Flag
at the blueberry.
Yeah.
and the Key Lime Pub.
Okay,
Flag.
I have yet to have that by Wolf, but yeah, we're excited.
So when I had the blueberry by Wolf Creek, I was like, I was gonna
Tattered
drop
Flag.
Tattered Flag.
Yeah.
I was gonna drop my chip in right away.
Yeah.
And then I went and got the key. And I'm not a key lime pie fan. And
Or
I
a sour
tried-
fan for that matter.
And I was like, holy shit, they're both. If that's the two, if that's only 2 of the 8 already, wow,
Right?
wow,
Yeah, everyone went hard this year. Everyone wants to take this home.
yeah.
Rotunda won last year, and everyone's just chasing the next, this
And then
year.
we had a collaboration beer by Tattered Flag, and I'm normally not a dark beer fan because it tastes like coffee to me, and that was like a vanilla milkshake.
Oh, yeah.
Strawberry, vanilla, and cacao nibs.
Yeah, it was Neapolitan Black IPA.
That was
Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
bang. I told him to bring that here today. I'm like, yeah, to make sure you bring that.
What's this here?
This is our Skookin' Around. This is a Citra Pale Ale, and it's blended with Gears when we keg it. So it's, everything a Skook should love. It's a nice, easy drinking beer. It's like 4.
You want to try a
7%.
Gears iced tea beer? Have a seat.
I was just saying to Butch.
Got to, we have a seat. Oh,
Come on, Butch. Now, correct the belt gets to creep the belt for 365 days.
Correct. Yeah, we have back usually when we start the whole thing over again. Usually the end of February.
so you can go and take promotional
Yep.
photos and stuff.
Yep.
All right, you have your glasses?
I do.
Let's get a little. Let's get a
There you go,
little skooking around.
Abiding by the poor
So
lines, of course.
I've had a little bit of this is the Gears Iced Tea beer. You want Heidi? This is Gears Iced Tea beer.
What's that?
You have to. Tyler makes it.
I'm gonna ruin it.
Guys, here's to a good day.
Now Heidi does all.
To a good day.
Here's to a good day.
Cheers.
My cheers glass, but so no, she don't like the taste of beer. So
Oh,
all right,
that's not a taste of beer. That's not a beer taste.
No.
Taste the beer.
That's not even close to beer, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
really
considered a
good.
Radler. It's what they drink in Germany. So they just take something. They'll usually mix it with soda or something, but we did it with iced tea.
yeah. So real quick, the Brewfest. You moved from Frackville Elks to downtown Pottsville.
Correct. Yep.
I mean, it has a big boy feel now.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is something
Yeah.
else.
You took the words right out of my mouth because it's just boom now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
it
crazy
feels
thing
way
is
bigger.
we're not in downtown Pottsville. We're literally right in the heart of Pottsville, the biggest possible area for Pottsville.
Yeah, they
And this
shut down
can't
the
get-
city for us.
Yeah, this can't get much bigger than shutting down
I can't wait.
the main street.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the people to start flowing in and this to be a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to you guys. You guys.
Thank
are
you. Yeah, we
amazing.
got 100 some people coming in, on top of all the people like staffing and everything else. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a long day.
Super proud of you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
and
it.
you're looking to extend your brewery to
Correct.
the area.
Downtown Pottsville. Our tent's actually right in front of the building that we have. We're having a handshake deal. Whenever we couldn't move in, we're just trying to find some cash at the moment.
Awesome.
So whenever we can get that, we're allowed to move in and we'll start brewing and start applying for everything so we're legal.
Love it.
And hopefully coming in the end of 2020. So that's our aiming point.
Dude, Tyler and his team took some photos with them. Man, they're hard workers.
Thank
and
you.
when you guys finally settle down and calm down, I want get in here. You guys been
You're
busting.
involved. Get in here.
Busting your ass and doing amazing here. I'm proud of you guys. This is awesome. That's downtown Pottsville, and it's only going to get bigger. You know
Thank
what
you,
I mean?
man.
You guys, yes, definitely. We're having the Skookin' around.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
the
this is
glassware.
fantastic.
Everybody likes it.
I love it. Actually, the first time I had this, I can't even tell how the first
Oh,
time
I had at
this.
Woody's at one time.
Yeah,
remember?
you said it, not me. Yeah, we had it at Woody's.
I was hoping for fluffy fingers today, but
I brought Tasty Fingers
Yeah,
instead.
fingers, yeah.
It's the same base as Fluffy Fingers, but it's chocolate, peanut butter, and coffee. We did a collab with Press Coffee.
Oh,
it's basically like a giant tasty cake.
Yeah, it is, exactly. It's
Coffee,
just-
coffee.
And if anybody in Pennsylvania knows tasty cake, I'm sure you're gonna
it's
love
not
this
really
beer.
heavy on the coffee.
It's not?
I don't like coffee at all, really.
Okay.
So when I was adding it, I'm like, this is way too much, so I had to add more peanut butter to kind of overcompensate.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I want to see the I've never seen a beer made.
Really?
I want to see the process.
it's less standing around.
Is it?
Yeah, that's all you do.
Now, does it have that dark porter color to it?
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, it's a stout. It's 8.9% stout, I think. 8.7.
Awesome. So who are if somebody with a Brew Fest, obviously they won't see this live, but he'll go live and he'll put that out
We'll be
there.
doing some Facebook
Who should they come see, and who are some of the breweries that you're really proud of that you guys?
Basically, everyone that we
Scoop series.
did a beer with this year. You know, Tattered Flag, Rotunda, Snitz Creek, even our friends Abomination, Bird's Nest, Jonerstown, like Wolf.
There's so many talented breweries that are still working out of a garage and working out of a house that make such a beer, have amazing artwork, and have everything that a big company should have, but they're growing.
Exactly.
And if you want to get on that train now and say, I had their beer before they were Trogs level or Yingling level, now's the do.
Exactly.
Like, these are the events that you can go and say, like it's kind of like seeing a band before.
Party
Yeah,
blew
I
up,
just finally got a
exactly.
chance to chill, and I'm
No,
gonna
you're
try
good,
all
you're
the
good.
beers. I'll
Thank-
get to you guys later.
This is
Yeah.
the exact fest. This is the kind of fest I always wanted to do. When
It's
we,
like the indie wrestling show.
exactly.
beers.
When we first started, we just had a bunch of like beers that you can go buy at Wise.
Yeah.
That's all we can get.
And it's
then-
not like you have those small independent stars here. You have big names like Yingling, Trogs,
Exactly.
Sierra Nevada.
We got the big names to draw them in, and everyone else is coming, they're undercard,
And-
but
and
they're
it-
going to steal the show.
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
that's 100% what we've been trying
Don't
to
feed
do.
his ego with the Shawn Michaels.
Yes, they're gonna steal the show. Dave, look at Dave. He's hustling. He's
That's
kicking.
our. You should put that under the leg.
You wanna come say hi, Dave?
I'll do it.
You'll be picked up on mic.
Yeah.
The camera's here.
What's going on?
We got. You don't have to squint, like squat a little bit. There he is. There he is. We're just complimenting you guys on your fucking hard work and putting downtown Pottsville. This is beautiful. We're putting the glassware
We got
this
a
year.
helicopter here this
Yeah,
year.
that's Newswatch 16. Get
Yeah.
an overhead view.
Oh, yeah.
Brew, the glassware this year is amazing, and I'm jealous that I don't have a VIP glass. They're gorgeous, gorgeous. So
Yeah,
I
those
was-
are metal. There's actually like precious metal.
Precious
there.
metal.
It's gold.
Precious.
It's literally
Yeah.
gold.
It's precious. No, awesome job this
I
year,
used to work
man.
with that kid.
I won't.
Kyle!
I'll too long, but thank you guys for stopping by.
All right, brother.
Skook Fest. Oh my God, dude, the Gear Light Sea Beer is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome job. See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
No problem.
Love
Thanks
you guys
for
so
having
much.
me.
That was Tyler, Dave, Dylan, everyone here enjoying. How
From
you guys doing?
Pilgaroo Brewery.
You guys want to hang out?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in, guys.
We're live. Hey, mind if I steal a seat up here? We're gonna do this. We're gonna put that mic there now.
I will. You're gonna have it right by it.
So we're still in VIP.
Draw.
This is not even started mode yet.
What's up, guys?
I can drag.
What's up, dudes?
Bart Kaminsky, Hopheads.
Oh my god.
I haven't been on with you guys yet.
Tim Myers, Hotheads Hot Sauce.
Oh, the hot sauce.
Hopheads and Hotheads.
I think we've been talking.
Yeah,
Yes, we have.
absolutely. So yeah, the hot.
I'm Bart, by the way.
I'm not a hot, yeah,
Tony.
all right.
Tony, nice
Now,
to meet you.
normally I don't do hot sauce.
Tony Senior, Tony
Butch,
Junior.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, the guy
my
who-
dad's name's Butch.
Yeah, the
Easy
guy
to
who
remember.
normally does the podcast with me, Ben, he's around exploring, but I'm normally not a hot sauce person. So there's some barbecue.
Then you're gonna love mine.
There's some barbecue sauces that are too hot for me.
Okay.
But for the sake of Brewfest,
I
and
got at least one or two for you.
all right, I will. I
If
will.
not all
100%,
four.
I will 100% try. I
I'm
will try
definitely
all
gonna
four.
hit you up for my dad because my dad loves anything over the top.
And I got
Let's do this.
chocolate
We'll
reaper
share.
that'll kill you.
Yeah, I gave him mine,
Oh,
so
well,
I'm
you
sharing
should
with your
share.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And the coach of you guys that have your beers on today, you guys can keep those.
Oh, thank
And then
you.
we got some stickers for you.
Thank you. I'll bring some stickers back for you guys. too.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll add them to the table. Obviously, we have a lot.
This table's impressive. really, really, really impressive. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you guys make amazing gear, like
Thank
Brewfest,
you.
like beer related stuff.
Yeah, pretty. I'm finally starting to make stuff that's not beer related, but I mean, I started off Hopheads as actually an originally designed craft beer themed apparel company, and really the big reason I did it is because I also have a graphic design business, and I got my first brewery client, which was Pizza Boy, Al Kaminsky at Al's. My last name's Kaminsky too, which was a random coincidence, but
we're familiar with them.
Yeah, I'm sure you got anybody. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people in the beer industry in this area.
I have a can of
absolutely
theirs
are.
on the top. So I have I was telling the other breweries, I buy beer like I'm an 8-year-old buying back to school clothes. My dad can attest. If it has a superhero or a wrestler or a cool design, none of my shirts are plain tees. Like it has to have something. So when I buy a beer, it has to have cool artwork and and obviously the flavor profile. It has to get to me too. So Pizza Boy, I have the Orange Julius.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the OJ beer. I call
Gotcha.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That would be the White Bronco.
The White Bronco.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
very bottom is the juice is loose. I have the can. I was like, that's hilarious.
Nice. Is that that would be a newer label.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one came out pretty cool.
That was awesome. So Pizza Boy does a great job.
Thank you. Actually, I've done almost all their artwork with the exception of their logo branding. I don't really mess with that. That's kind of Albert's deal. But all the can designs that you see, apparel, anything you see in that place is pretty much done by me.
Now, where are you based out of?
Harrisburg.
Harrisburg.
Yep. My official business address is Harrisburg. I live in New Cumberland.
Okay.
But so once I got that job with Pizza Boy, I was like, I need more brewery jobs. Like, I love designing beer cans and labels and stuff. So my idea was I'll just make beer shirts because I really don't know how to make beer. I sort of know how to make beer, but I'll sell them at festivals and I'll rub shoulders with all the brewers and then get more clients for my graphic design business, which worked. I have a ton of brewery clients now, but also the t-shirt stuff kind of took off as well. So now I have two businesses. So.
I've been to a bunch of different breweries. I've been to ones at the Renaissance Fair. I've been to this one. There's one in I think Harrisburg, one in Lancaster, like a few different ones. And every time I go there, I've seen a Hopheads thing. Nice. And you guys are actually on the VIP class this year.
Yes. So one really cool thing is I've been working with Tyler and Cousin Dave for a few years now, and they've been super cool to us. And I've hung out with Tyler and his brother too in Anvil because they were close with the Rotunda Brewing Company guys. We've all become pretty good friends. So
it is awesome artwork as well.
Yes. So this year we decided to collab for the artwork for the beer glass, and I drew this cool little drawing with my Hophead character doing some skateboarding, and then the Rotunda Brewing character just being like a tribal type South American dude.
Little UFO in the top corner.
Yeah. And it's just kind of trying to get crazy.
And they just said it's made with precious metals.
Yes. So they actually did a gold imprint this year, which looked fan. I think that was Tyler's call because he emailed me right before. He was like, "Do you want yours in gold?" I was like, "Yes."
I'm begging.
We're hoping that some VIPs don't show up.
Yes, because I would like to buy. I'd like to buy one.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Once I found out it was you guys and Rotunda part of it, I'm like, I love this glass.
The only catch to this thing is I feel like I need to be like 2 fingers under it, holding the bottom.
It's like so majestic.
Right. I feel fancy, almost like I should be smelling and savoring this.
It's like I like drinking beer, but this is also just as fancy as wine. It's like my alcoholic problem has now a hobby. Now it's a thing too.
And I love the fact that certain places out here are actually selling their own glassware as a chalice style, but with a flat bottom. So it's nice for everybody.
Is that right? Yeah.
We bought a few glasses from True Glass. Like they do like the wrestling ones, like the Macho Man and NWO and stuff like that. Now you said you're also doing beer, but you're also trying to do something a little bit different.
Oh, so actually last weekend we started doing some big ticket festivals, and we had our first big one called Hangar Jam Live, and we got some BMX riders to come up from Florida. Tim was there actually. They are a professional BMX team. They set up like a big quarter pipe and a tabletop, and we did it in an airplane hangar. And we also had a skateboarding team out there. It was also a professional team. Then we threw a bunch of bands together. So I started doing bigger events now, and I'm starting to actually do some T-shirts that are branded with my Hopheads logo, but aren't necessarily like beer related.
Or beer.
Yeah,
so you're
exactly.
more of like extreme form, like
Becoming his own thing.
Yeah, I wanted to build into like a brand. Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of how I started. So I started with interviews with everyday people, and my thing was I'm very passionate about this area, and I think a lot of people in this area, they're like, man, this area sucks. There's nothing here, and I think that's so far from the truth. It's like Pennsylvania in general is good, and people think once you're here, you get stuck, and there's nothing. I just disagree strongly. And people have gone through stuff. People go through a lot of really incredible things, and we live in a society where we're so worried about what a celebrity's doing, but your next door neighbor probably has an incredible story that's just as interesting, but they just
not more interesting.
They just didn't get a break yet. So that's how interviews with everyday people started, and then we started doing stories, and then people were like, oh, I want to be on your show, but I don't have anything that's that heavy. I'm like, nothing
everything has to be heavy. Like you can come on and just have a conversation. So we made Bangin beers, and that's
Everybody's
beers-
got heavy stuff.
Everyone does.
The question is, do you want to disclose that
Right.
information?
That's right. I think it's talk.
So then we do
gotta
Fine
Bangin
line between heavy and skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Heavy as scale. That's the tote. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we start doing Bangin beers, and then the cool thing about that is that we have beers, and then we promote the episode with the beers. Then we promote it where we bought it. So if we got it from like a mom
Cake
and pop
stand.
store or a cake stand in Monty City, we promote that. And then the band's on there, so then the band and all their people see these breweries, these locations, and they're just helping each other out. And then we do like a wrestling show that Tyler's a part of. We talk pro wrestling, and we do a lot of indie stuff. And then we do one that's
Things
called
that weren't cool in high school.
Things that weren't cool in high school. So we do like pop culture, like video games, movies, nerdy stuff.
That's awesome. So you guys also are not just beer.
Yeah.
Like, you
And
do a
also,
whole
if you guys
variety
have
of
stickers at your stands, please come back here and
I'm
slap
bringing-
them on
I'm
this
bringing you
table.
guys a ton.
Now the
That's
hot
a
sauce,
done
how did
deal.
that come about?
I'm a craft brewer, and I
Really
started
good
home,
I
craft
did
brewer,
hear
by
about
the
that
way.
after we talked. That Tyler was like, "Oh, he's really cool. He does craft beer too."
I started home brewing.
So
and
just to put a
then-
note on that, my marketing guy Paul specifically pays him to brew beer for him and buys kegs off him.
But see, the crazy thing was when he said,
I
"We have
mean,
a hot sauce guy
pays-
coming
I brewed
on."
beer for Paul.
He
pays
said we
him
have
in
a hot sauce guy
favors.
coming on. I'm like, are we talking hot sauce or are we talking beer? Because I have a friend who has a ghost pepper beer in his fridge, and it absolutely destroys your insides.
There are some hot
That's another
beers.
thing I like to do.
Hot beers.
I like to put peppers in hot beer, in beers. Yes.
See, I'm not stupid for asking
I
that
love
question.
that. I love any beer with hot peppers, and I'll try anything like that.
Such
So
a pussy when it comes to hot stuff.
I had the.
you just got to build up a tolerance. That's all.
I've
Just
tried
like beer,
cutting
bitterness.
brewery,
Yeah.
You got to learn it.
It's an acquired taste,
Yeah.
right?
You gotta go through some sweats.
So
You know?
we wanted to do an episode. I don't know how we're gonna do it or what show it would fall under, but we want to do like. You ever watch the show? I'm a huge fan of, and I like promoting other things. But you ever watch on YouTube Hot Ones?
Yes, I've seen every episode,
I love it. It is one
and
of
I've had all the sauces.
really. No kidding.
Most of them,
Is the
except for the new
is,
season.
Is the bomb as terrible tasting?
It's pretty
as,
terrible.
Yeah, but it's hot.
It's
but
just extract.
But it just tastes awful.
It's extract.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
So
I
it's,
love-
I hate.
there's no
bomb.
flavor to it. It's just straight heat.
No flavor. It just burns the shit out of you.
Yeah. So the
And
funniest
what's the
part-
point of that, really? Like,
There's
I
no
like it
point.
hot, but
See, that's
like a
why
fear
I mean,
factor.
What's the Scoville
I
on
started
that?
making my sauce. It's ridiculous. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So like
a
the
million
hot,
or something.
the hot sauce, like their brand, people are like the last dab and
Hot
like
ones.
and like the hot and then their middle one.
First we feast.
Yeah, people say like when you try it, they're like, this is actually it's hot, but it's tasty.
Yes. To
That-
a degree.
That's what I would like in
The
a
last dab is still hot.
Yeah.
Super hot.
But does it taste like
You get a little. You get like 2 seconds of pleasure,
really?
and then
It just kicks your ass.
a minute of pain.
Now, where do you get your inspiration
But
for your hot sauce?
but I started making mine so that you want to keep going back for more every time. Because I like the taste of it. Plus I like the burn.
Yeah.
But I want to keep putting it on. You know, I don't want to put it on once and be like, all right, I'm done with that.
Yeah, like
You know
you're
what
signing
I mean?
a waiver and
So
people
that's
are
what
like,
I'm making
this
them.
is funny, dude.
And it's all fresh ingredients. I don't ferment my sauces. I may have some in the future, but right now I'm not fermenting them.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get all the fresh flavor in the taste, then you get the heat.
Awesome.
And there's different levels. So
There's enough
something for
liquid in this
everybody.
place that I will be fine if I try some hot sauces.
Yes.
Yeah.
there's definitely
fine.
enough liquid here for sure.
If there's a milk store around.
Yeah.
There's some milkshake IPAs out there.
There's enough stouts.
There you go, milkshake IPA.
There you
Problem
go.
solved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the thing with the hot sauce, with the hot ones, is because you'll have like, my favorite are the wrappers. Because the wrappers appear like they're hard and like,
Riff raff.
and I'm not afraid of nothing, and I'll do
Machine Gun
anything.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Walking
then,
around, taking laps.
And then now the halfway through, their character completely shreds off them because they're dying of hot sauce.
Yeah.
And they're just like, so I was doing rap. Like they literally turn into who they were supposed to be.
Absolutely.
It's such a brilliant show.
It's a great hack.
Yeah, it's a great
Interview
show.
hack.
Yeah, that guy is like 30 some years old.
Yeah.
He's one of the best interviewers as well.
I want to start my own podcast about beer and hot sauce. And that kind of thing.
I will plug it, and if you ever want to do a collab, we'll 100%.
What does
do
Killian
it.
McMurphy do? What's
Gotta
his?
do a collab.
Hey, so Killian McMurphy, an indie wrestler, he has a show called something about meat. You sit and do an interview and eat lunch meat.
I mean,
Meet the press.
Meet the press. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's solid. Hey, it's
idea.
all about doing different stuff these days.
Yeah.
Right? It really is.
Now, aside from you guys being here trying to sell your
Hanger
stuff,
Jam was like so cool because it was like it's like something new.
Yeah.
It's never been done before.
That's what I was trying. Yeah,
He
trying
ran
to
out
do
of
something
hanger,
new.
and you know he had the BMX guys, the bands, skateboarders, hot sauce.
Yep, we had hot sauce there.
We had a podcast crew there.
Yeah, we had Beer Busters there, of course. So.
A bunch of breweries. So and it's only going to get bigger every year. You know what I mean? Once people start finding out about it,
And then this is
it's
at
going to be
Harrisburg?
awesome.
Yeah, we actually did it in the Capital City Airport in an airplane hangar.
In an airplane hangar.
Yeah, and
Nice,
believe me,
badass.
you would. Excuse me. Excuse me. Choking on my beer.
What are you having right now?
Anvil IPA. Excuse me.
I'll
Again.
take over.
Anvil IPA, but this one has pineapples and something else in it.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's very nice. Definitely a juice bomb.
Did you bring any of your beers with you today, or just your hot sauce?
I did not.
Okay.
Now, are there any
You
breweries
get
you
my
guys are
beers at two
excited to
different
try here today?
locations, Actually,
What are your two locations?
the Vegetable Hunter in Harrisburg, and also River Bend in Newport.
Okay.
So,
yeah, we'll have
if you want to drive down,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go to Harrisburg quite a lot. I used so my first on location podcast I've ever done was at HMAC in Harrisburg.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I saw Doug Stanhope there.
yeah. So my buddy, he's trying to do like local hip hop rap artists in the area. So it's called Heavy Hitters, but it's Craig Evans Presents, and they do like Heavy Hitters, and he's part of a thing now that they try to do like more like the hip hop R&B style, and it's called the Four Cities Entertainment, and they try to do like shows like more like up and coming people shows in HMAC. So we went there and we had a lot of sit downs with different up and coming artists, and it's
Were
really
you guys
really
up
cool
on
stuff.
the second floor, or were you down in the?
They bounced me all over the place. They put me on the first floor, they had me on the second floor. Then I was in the kitchen. I was everywhere.
They just recently redid that second floor.
It's beautiful.
Put a stage
It's
up
a
there and everything.
beautiful-
Yeah, it's
it's a
nice.
beautiful building.
It's a big ticket venue. They're starting to get some bigger bands in there.
Yes. Small Town Titans just played there
Yes.
not so long ago. Yeah.
Phil Anselmo and the Illegals played there. If any of y'all are metalheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the
Crazy
ex
Town.
Pantera.
A guy we just interviewed, Cody Vital, is actually good friends with Phil Anselmo.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow,
We
that's
didn't-
amazing.
Yeah, we did interview him. Yeah, but like so that was my first like on location where we like I'm not live now. This is kind of what we're gonna be editing and do later. But yeah, we did. So we are in the Harrisburg area. We have a little bit of a following, not too much, but yeah, like we're grown. We've only been doing this since November, and we have 4 different angles.
Okay,
so-
I didn't realize you were
We
that
have
new.
fun with it.
Yeah, yeah, we're brand new. We're hustling though.
We
We're
have fun
trying.
with it. It's,
Yeah.
it is what it
do
is.
it.
If you want to have fun, come talk to us.
Heck
Like,
yeah.
maybe we're not as good as the other beer casts because we don't know everything about beer because we've never made beer. So we're more of the
don't
angle
need to.
as like we just like the taste of it and the cool artwork, and then we incorporate like an interview with somebody that you've never met, and we're gonna try some cool beers from different locations.
You are a aficionado, so to speak, I think, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I really
we're
do.
not professional. We don't claim to be professional. We're not like, oh, this is made with this hop and it's blended at this. Like, I don't know any of that. This is more like I'm just coming from like an everyday person. Like, hey, this is a beer I tried. I liked. It's really cool.
This beer's
Yeah.
good. This beer's not.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, right?
Yeah, but even if we don't like it, we'll say why we don't, and what we give a flavor profile is if even if something we don't enjoy, we're not like this is terrible, don't fucking buy it, it's disgusting. It's more or less like, hey, I'm not a big guy who likes coffee, or I'm not a big sour guy, but these are the things about this beer that would be good if you were that type of flavor profile. Yeah.
So Tim, you said something interesting earlier when you said that people use extracts in their sauces. I found that kind of peculiar because I know a lot of homebrewers that go all grain kind of hold that as like a part of a proud part of their system.
Yeah,
instead of
extract
using
brewing,
extracts.
it's not as good, right? So
Yeah.
with hot sauce, you've got all these hot sauces that use water, then they use an emulsifier to thicken it back up. So you're getting like half the ingredients in your sauce.
It's like dumbing it down right off the bat.
It's dumbing it down like big time. So I don't use any water. I don't use any emulsifiers. All I use is vinegar to keep it shelf stable, and that's it. And that's
Now, are
why
you-
it tastes amazing.
Yeah. Are you
and all
selling
these
some of
other
your
ones
hot
suck.
sauce here today?
Yes, yes I am.
Go grab some.
Tasting, selling, everything.
Yeah, you guys definitely have to
gotta
stop
come
down
down.
and try his sauces.
If we
They're
have a hard time
awesome.
getting away from the table, bring some up and we'll try some hot
go.
sauces. Yeah.
Are there
I'll
any
bring some up.
breweries you guys
I'll
are
bring
here
some back and we'll talk
excited to
about it.
see?
Cool.
Are there any breweries you guys are here excited to see that you want to try?
Yes, I totally heard that question earlier, and I was like getting ready to fire away.
Yes.
Go ahead, Tim.
I
Take
see
it.
a lot of these guys already.
Yeah.
Everywhere, like Wolf and Boneshire and Bird's Nest. Bird's Nest is selling my sauce, so
Oh, yeah, awesome.
they're on my high on my list. But there's a lot that I haven't seen before that are probably from around this area.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to try those too.
So here's a cool thing. We've been looking for Lollipop by Trogs for a long time.
You guys haven't had it yet?
I just had it in the
We
car.
literally just had it. It's on tap right here.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Now,
you think
so,
it was boozy at all?
No,
I thought it was smooth. It was not over the top. It was a good tasting beer. It was very solid.
Yeah, I had it.
It was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay too.
I love it.
No, they have field study right here
It
next
didn't
to
blow
us.
me away either.
So when they made
And nothing against Trogs. I love
I think I like
Trogs,
field
but-
study better than that.
Yeah, field study I definitely like
when
better.
they made
It's
just
more
clean.
earthy.
When
Yeah.
they made a batch, the batch went in two different directions, and one batch was lollipop and one batch was field study.
Yeah.
So it's like originated from the same beer, but one added something or one did something a little different, and
One took
became
the good
something-
half,
maybe a
one
little
took the
too
bad
sweet.
half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Uh-oh. We better get to our station.
Thank you guys for sitting down and hanging
Thank you
out.
for having us.
We'll see you in a
Definitely.
little bit.
Yeah.
We'll dive from hot
It's
sauce.
cool with
Hot
you
Heads
guys. I'll
official.
send my marketing director up here. He runs a podcast at Central Penn College. He's also the head of their communications department. And he loves to talk about these things.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll bring him up.
Yes.
He has a great feedback and he's really smart, so pick his brain.
Nice, send him up.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'll send him up with stickers too.
Awesome. You sitting down with us?
For a second, I got
Oh boy.
100%.
Sure.
So we're really excited about you because that food looks amazing.
Yeah.
Are these business cards or are these stickers?
You want to sit down, bitch?
Business cards. You got any stickers?
I don't.
Oh, we do stickers right here on the table.
All right.
We will keep this as
We
well.
will keep these.
We'll get stickers made. I'll make sure you get some.
So where are you guys located out of?
We're from Pine Grove.
Pine Grove?
Yeah.
Nice.
We started up last year. I used to be the chef at the Schuylkill Country Club, and I retired and started this up. Craziness.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be offering our smoked pulled pork, mac and cheese. And you can get it with buffalo chicken style or pulled pork on top, and then we have some Baja
This
fish
is here,
tacos.
Piggy Piggy.
So
Mac and cheese is the shit. Just so you
Heidi
know.
and I will be down.
My wife is a human garbage disposal. She will probably come back.
I was gonna
Alright.
comment on the fact that I looked over my shoulder and she's eating already.
Yeah.
If they were open earlier, I would have eaten already. Oh my God.
All right,
Now,
guys,
do you guys have a sit down place that you can go and
No,
so
a
just
trailer.
traveling only?
Just a trailer. We do every other Thursday at the Minersville Fishing Game. Some people know it as the Big Hill.
Okay.
And we do,
Give a sticker.
like wings and stuff.
I gave him a
up
sticker
there.
already.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
that's pretty
Awesome.
much what we do.
Thank you for coming up and taking time out of
Yeah,
your stand and
guys,
hanging out with us.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we'll
Come see
get
us.
it out there. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Take care. We'll be down.
All right, that'll wrap it up here for now for Bangin' Beers. Not a wrap up, but we're gonna take a quick thing. And
We're gonna take a lap around and get some more refreshments.
I'm not gonna take a lap. I'm gonna hang out here, but you guys can go and do what you want.
Me and your dad's gonna go be the guinea pigs, and we'll see what we can find for you.
So all right, real quick before you sit down, what have you tried so far out there?
I think we've all pretty much tried the same things. I mean, you and I went out and we only had a little bit of time to sample what we could.
How about that Gears Iced Tea beer? That was good.
That's good.
That was really good.
I don't know. I'm still Tattered Flags Blueberry is still way up there for me right
Man,
now.
that literally you got.
And the worst part was they said sour on it.
Oh,
You would never tell it's a sour.
Like, I didn't want to ask him
Amanda Bova sucks. Come talk with us.
Nobody likes Amanda.
Get on
Bova.
camera. Get on camera.
No, I didn't want to ask him for any yet because I don't have a VIP glass.
Oh yeah, we're playing by the rules.
Well, no, he said we're allowed to. We can.
Yeah, no, but I didn't want to almost like appear imposing and say.
I respect that. I'm the same way. Yeah.
So give me.
Yeah.
I can wait.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time in the
I think
day.
you're gonna like that other one from Tattered Flag though, the strawberry vanilla with the cacao nibs.
Yeah.
Tony's not a big dark beer guy, but he actually enjoyed
So
it.
as people who experience the Brewfest in Frackville and as now experience in downtown Pottsville, what's the environment like now?
I'll tell you what. I think this is going to be a really nice venue if they can have it here every year.
Oof. Yeah.
I think because
You guys can put your microphones back to you.
it's a little more open. Which allows you room to grow.
Yeah.
Like right now, you've got some space in between vendors,
It's still kind of tight though.
and and if they tighten them up a little bit, you could probably add another. couple
Just
vendors
think though,
in.
this is only 3 blocks. What are the odds they can add another block all the way down to the beginning of Market Street?
Yeah.
And then even turn the corner if they wanted to.
And it's not like it's just the breweries, the wineries, the distilleries, the food vendors, and everybody else trying to sell the merchandise here. This is great for the whole city of downtown Pottsville. This is great for places like Roma, The Wheel, the Crimson House. All those places will get business today. Subway's right here across from us. This place,
Greystone.
Greystone. This whole area is going to benefit from this if this continues here.
Yeah.
Downtown Pottsville could be put back into the prominent role as one of the nicest places in Schuylkill County.
Yeah. If they keep working out the way they are, it can definitely be a big thing for them.
You've got the hotel here.
right down the street. So you can come early, or you can stay over and then go home the next day.
Yeah. Hi, sit down.
You've got a bunch
You guys
of
can share
local
again.
businesses. Local businesses that are opening their doors.
Shane, you're beautiful.
And I said
So,
the
yeah, I
Sabas
think
before
I
we
think
went
it's all good.
live.
I think it's all good. Instead of, and nothing against where it was, but you were a little isolated.
And if it rained, you got muddy.
Yeah.
And
We're talking about the venue change. What do you think of the venue change so far this year between Frackville and downtown Pottsville?
I wasn't at that one.
You were never at Frackville?
No.
What do you think of the venue now? Is it it's impressive, right?
Yeah,
downtown
it was
Pottsville?
long, yeah, it was
Lot
long
going on?
since, yeah.
This is like my little sister, Amanda Bova. Yeah, I like, me and her brother John were like BFFs all through high school, and there's her amazing boyfriend. We won't keep you long. I just wanted to come say hi. But yeah, you're on YouTube now. You're famous. All right. Well, go enjoy some beer.
I will. I'll do that.
Go try some stuff. Tell me remember what you like, and then come back and tell us about it.
I will.
All right.
But I talked to Savas before we went live, and I said the same thing to Savas. If there was anybody who'd be proud of this and would be thrilled to see this happening, it would be Pat Murphy.
Yeah.
He'd love this.
Yeah. Pat was a good dude, man. I loved Pat, man. He was some of my first experiences in the craft beer world was with him, and we'd go somewhere, he'd be like, oh, try this beer. Like he was just all around good dude, man. And and it's not even like, I know sometimes when it comes to Schuylkill County, every area has their rivals, and sometimes the one side of the mountain says the other side of the mountain gets too much. This is not because, and maybe I'm breaking fourth wall a little bit, but this is not in Frackville anymore because they didn't want to be in Frackville. They came to Pottsville because they had to change a little bit, you know, and it overgrew where it was.
They took an opportunity and they're seizing it to their best advantage.
Yeah, and I mean Pottsville's doing a thing now. They're trying to revitalize not just one side of the mountain. They're trying to revitalize Schuylkill County, and other places are trying to do that too. I know Mary Lescavage in Shenandoah is trying to do a lot with downtown Shenandoah. Yeah. It really comes down to just taking pride in your town, and it's beautiful to see something like this in our area.
Not to mention we're 2 short months away from the 190th anniversary of Yuengling, one of the biggest craft brewers in the United States, and we're going to have a full-fledged concert where Better Than Ezra right here in downtown Pottsville.
Yeah. The cool thing about it is you think craft beer, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I like craft beer. I'm into craft beer. It's a new thing. It's not a new thing.
For us, it's been a way of life.
It has been. We've been rooting for the underdog of beer, whether you like it or not, in Schuylkill County for a long time, and that's been Yuengling. They're just hitting their 190th anniversary. And if Yuengling, if Kaiser's in Monte City never closed, that would be the oldest brewery. So we have in Schuylkill County alone, craft beer has been a way of life for us. That mom and pop thing, that American dream, following what you want to do and making it happen. And that's my inspiration for even starting something as small as I am with this podcast. Like I've grown tremendously, and the support we have has been amazing. But that's just kind of a Schuylkill County thing where Yuengling has been doing 190 years, and they're competing with the Budweisers and everything else in the country. And yes, maybe they don't market as much, or maybe they're not found in every other state. But that exclusiveness to it makes it kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like so a lot of people say like, oh, Yuengling. I'm proud to say I'm 5 Yuengling. I'm from Schuylkill County, home of Yuengling Brewery. Like I enjoy that moniker about us. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And then I like going somewhere. I remember we were on vacation in Long Beach Island, New York, and a woman from Long Beach Island, New Jersey, and a woman from Paris was in from Paris. Never been to the area. She's never been to, and she was in Long Beach. She's never been to the country. And her first American beer she ever had was Yuengling Lager in New Jersey, and she loved it. She loved it. She's like, this is my favorite beer I've ever had in my life. So those are cool things. So we're gonna once again probably do a little cool edit trick here, and we'll come back in a little bit and have some more people talk to us. But the VIP is just kicking off, so the VIP people are coming in to try their beer. We're not going to really bug people to come and sit down with us because we want them to enjoy their first hour of the podcast and have a good time. So thank you guys for tuning in again, and keep staying tuned. This is going to be a longer episode. I probably will say that. We'll cut it up into beats, but this is a good time, man. Come next year to Schuylkill County Brewfest, and we'll go live on Facebook throughout the day, so you'll probably see some of this stuff a little early. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon. Hey everyone, we're here at Brewfest. I don't know if I have your camera really well.
Yeah, there we go.
So I'm here. What do I call? Is it okay to?
Brian is fun.
All right, Brian is fun.
It is the worst kept secret in podcasting.
Yes. So, all right. So I work with Brian. We work at a company. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I love the company. It's a great place. I have a really good time with it. And even if I did not know this gentleman, I actually didn't know this gentleman was on a podcast, and then I found it and I listened to it, and I fucking love it.
I'm not very good at the whole marketing thing.
Yes, I will help you because
Thank you.
I'm very I'm not even bullshit. Like if we never met or anything, and I found out about Murder My Dude, I would be a huge fan of it. You guys do a really good job.
Thank you, I appreciate
Tony's
that.
a very good guy to go about.
Yeah,
this.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Oh man,
Go try some beers and come hang out with us. All right, later, brother.
We're rocking and rolling. Tim Robbins, how you, Matt?
Good. So, honestly, I don't want to keep you long because I want you to go try beer, but we're kind of doing like in and out segments, so we're going to edit this later.
Yeah, I'm happy to
But
be here.
He's going to be on our show very, very soon. We're going to do an interview, my dude. So we're going to talk a little bit about the creation of Murder My Dude, which you can hear on their podcast. And then we're going to play an episode of Murder My Dude. We're going to have a topic and have a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so, all right, so I'm weird, so I like murder, and I like learning about interesting stories. And I think the chemistry between you and the man of 1,000 names, Jackson Wells, is unbelievable. Like, you can tell your friendship, it resonates through the podcast. And I'm really impressed with what you guys do, and you're local. Normally Philly guys, but you're now in the area.
Yeah, I've been here long enough to be local.
But check out Murder My Dude, an amazing podcast. They do a great job. We'll go and try some beers and have a good time.
All right.
We'll see you. Thank you so much, Brian, and we'll see you very soon on the podcast.
Nice to meet you too.
Good to meet you.
All right, we'll talk a little bit while we're here.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, we got stickers. So we got Brady Instruments. Oh, that's the thermometer people.
Yep, those are the ones I wanted to. Did they come over here?
Not yet. I wasn't around walking around, so I told Heidi and Nikolai to send everyone away that came up and said, we're not going to start until after VIP. Because people paid extra money to be VIP, so I didn't want to ruin their experience.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, we'll put that right there. Is this the same company?
Yeah, that's just like a sticker and like what the correct.
Oh my, get over here. Hey.
No.
Right here, a gentleman from iRock Radio, right?
I guess you could say that. Yeah,
Have
one
a
of the
seat.
original guys.
Have a seat.
I haven't done it in quite some time.
Introduce yourself real quick.
Al Miss Cannon.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Have a seat.
Have a seat. We'll talk. We're gonna plug you real quick and get you on your way so you can have some beers. So, are you still part of iRock Radio?
Just kind of back in the distance a little bit.
Okay.
I was one of the original guys. The guy that started it was my best man when I got married. My
Nice.
buddy Jeff.
They do a great
yeah,
job.
iRockRadio.me is the website. Great rock music from the 70s all the way up
Where
to today.
can people find you?
iRockRadio.me.
Okay.
On the way up, they used to use Live 365, but he's not using it anymore. I forget what platform we use.
Okay. We'll go try some beers.
Absolutely.
And then come back to us, take that with you.
All right, man.
And take this with you.
Sweet deal.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Take care.
You got cigars, you're ready to go.
Are you a cigar guy?
I am not, but I'll try one.
They're good cigars.
What am I trying there?
It's Protocol.
All right.
It's Cuba Requeno Cigar Company. Two transit cops from New York City.
Awesome.
Started a cigar company. So
All right,
give it a
cool.
shot.
I'll definitely give it a shot.
What's up, fellas?
Let's go on and have a seat. We're going to talk real quick to Hopheads, and you guys can join in and have part of the conversation. So you do a podcast yourself for school?
Yeah, I teach communications. So we have a sweet podcast studio down at the college, and I have the kids on, and I've helped students start like 5 different podcasts.
Nice.
So I'm on a variety of them. I'm a producer of I probably produce about 10 different podcasts at this point in my life. So
I'm as been as rookie as you get. So we started in November, but we just kind of talk about what we're passionate about, and I think it resonates.
Of course.
I know where I'm going to put this. We'll put it up here. This looks good. We'll cover the flash. All right. So, by the way, you guys, everyone has for your glass. You have a coaster and take. No, you don't have to, but that's just for you to take with you when you're done. A coaster and a sticker. So, So, what are some of the most interesting podcasts you've helped create, topic wise?
I've worked with some bands. I've now, like I said, I started with Stickman Brewery, and theirs is really cool because theirs is educational. They try to go through some of the different beer styles. So the first couple that we've done, we've talked IPAs, we've talked lagers, and it's cool for me because unfortunately I think that's where sort of the beer industry is kind of lacking right now in education and educating people what they're drinking. I mean, people drink things that they like, but at the same time they're not being educated on what went into the process.
And I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I do.
So we're kind of our podcast here. I don't want to call it like a beer snob. I think that's a rude thing to say, but we're not an educated podcast when it comes to beers. We literally drink it and we say, "Oh, we like it." And even if we don't like it, we say, "Well, here's some things about the podcast, about the beer that we do enjoy." Like if you don't like beer, or if you don't like a beer flavor, this might be more up your alley. Or if you're not a fan of coffee flavor, this might be more up your alley. So we're not just trashing on it. Even though it may not be our flavor profile, we say what we got out of it because it may help somebody else.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because we're grading instruments and we make hydrometers.
We just put yours in right here.
Yeah. So in making hydrometers, we make them for a variety of different industries.
Yep.
But brewing being obviously the most fun industry to be a part of, we're in the same boat. We make these instruments that are deadly accurate, and our tastes are, we're learning as we go. We don't have this super refined taste for beer. We can't take a sip of beer, and I can't tell you the 12 different ingredients that went in it. But what I can tell you is when you
what
measure,
I got out of it.
When you measure, I can tell you if you're accurate on your measurement. And it's consistency. Whenever you make a beer, you never know when you're going to hit the recipe, the one that could put you on the map. And when you do hit it, you certainly want to have your measurements right.
Yes.
So that's why we try. Everybody, even from the home brewing perspective, you want to be using the stuff that's good, that's going to give you accurate measurements, so that when you do hit the one, that's the one. You can just take those measurements. You can take your all your quantification. You can put it to the ground and repeat it.
So what we do that's pretty interesting on our podcast too, that a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of beer places do it. I'm just like I'm new to the whole thing, but we'll take a beer and we'll age it for a little bit, or we'll take a beer and we'll have it not super cold. We'll take it at room temperature, because what we found out is if you take a beer and you don't have it super chilled straight out of the fridge and you let it kind of get to a room temperature, more flavor comes out of the beer. Or if you take a beer and age it maybe a little bit, like maybe a month or a couple of weeks, you get a different flavor profile than what you would have got if you bought it brand new. And that's something we kind of experiment. So we'll say, hey, we've had this beer. It's from maybe 2 months old, and we'll start our show at a certain time, but maybe a half hour before the show, we pull the beers out. So we have some guests like, this isn't really cold, and we're like, try it without it, because that's kind of our thing. Because we've had, so for example, we've like a lot of peanut butter beers. If you drink them ice cold, sometimes you don't get the peanut butter flavor. But if you let it simmer and you let it get to I don't know the temperature, but if you get it to a certain temperature, more of that flavor profile really hits you. Yeah.
And that's especially with like your stouts then too. And like the prime example I tried, it was Terrapin Brewing Company. They actually had a liquid lunch, and it was with peanut butter and raspberries, and it was a stout, I think. And when I drank it, I opened it cold, drank it, I'm like, oh my god, this tasted vinegary, this is awful. But then the guy was like, did you drink that ice cold? I said, yeah. He goes, hey, sit on it for a little bit and let it go up to room temperature, and then lo and behold, you tasted peanut butter, you tasted raspberry, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. Terrapin's an excellent brewery. I absolutely love them. I know they're not a PA brewery, and we usually try to, boost the PA breweries, but Maryland's fantastic.
We're the same thing too. We try to hit more local, but what we try to also do is try to get beers that are kind of more harder to find, or the ones people are talking about. So I just found out halfway through we were recording, my microphones weren't turned on, so I'm very apologetic. So if there's some things we kind of go back over, I'm gonna ask you again. So you said you work with hopheads, but you also work at a college.
Yes, I teach communications, and we have a really cool podcast studio. We don't have a radio station, but we have a podcast studio, and we do a podcast about the college. But then I also have the students come in, and they get to learn from me. And I've been in broadcasting for almost 20 years. I was on the radio in college, and right when I got out of college, I worked for a station in Pittsburgh. So
I'm a huge Howard Stern fan. Okay. And he hates the idea of podcasts because he went to college, he worked his ass off to be in journalism, and then any schluff like me can plug into a computer and make a podcast.
Well, no disrespect whatsoever, but unfortunately there are a lot of people out there who just say, I'm going to do a podcast, and I have no experience, and frankly I have no background in it, and don't do it well.
Yeah.
And
I hope we're scratching it, but I will be completely upfront that I am not a professional, but I try to come off as genuine.
And that's what's important. At least you're realistic with your audience, you're honest with your audience, and I think that's what a lot of people don't have in podcasting. I like podcasting for the simple fact that it's on demand 24/7.
Yeah,
and
there's a topic for everyone.
Well, that is the truth, because it's hectic these days. You never know when you're going to sit down and have, God forbid, 10 minutes to yourself. And when you want to sit down and you can sign up, boom, there you are. You're on. You're listening to that day's podcast, even if it was 10 hours ago.
And a lot of the stuff I used to listen to, it was either, it would be on from a certain time and I'd only be able to listen to part of it because I was at work, and now I can listen to it on my drive. And I mean, podcasting is, I don't even want to say it's the future, it's now. It's what's going on now. Every radio show has their own podcast.
Yeah,
it's really
you can
cool.
type in a topic, like if you're, like, we try to cover 4 markets, so we do, trying to ask if you want a beer.
No, he said water.
Oh, we have a whole case. I thought you were getting a beer. Alright. Sorry, that's part of our team too. So we try to cover 4 niches.
That's a dehydrated part of your team.
Yeah.
No, I need a washer.
So we try to cover 4 niches. We have a pro wrestling podcast. We have one where we cover like pop culture, like video games, movies, video games, stuff like that. Then we do our beer one, and then we do an interview one. But for the most part, besides the wrestling, even the wrestling one, I said the only one that maybe we don't cover local so much, but we try to even do it there, is maybe the pop culture one. But if someone in the area is a local filmmaker or someone who owns a comic book shop, we'll plug them before anything else. Like my demographic is for the local people. If we blow up nationally, cool. But my thing is that I want people from our area to listen to, because I have real people who are telling real stories and having real experiences from our area, and I think that's genuine. I know not many people do it.
We had a revelation a couple years ago here with regards to the local business. Brady Instruments has been making hydrometers for 22 years, and we ship them all over the world.
Yep.
We ship them to the big guys. We ship them to big companies, corporations. And we're here at this event in Pottsville today simply because we're located like 25 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
And we want to try to, the way I see it is, I want every home brewer and every micro brewer and every brewer to use Brady Instruments products. And I look around and I think to myself, I don't even know if every home brewer in our local area
even knows about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it makes me say, you know what? I think we need to beat the trails a little bit,
Yeah.
and try to get out to these events. And here we are today.
That's the thing too. I think we live in a generation where a lot of people are like, hey, if I sit back and I just do a really, really good job, it'll come to me. And it won't. You got to put yourself out there. You got to market yourself. You got to go out and talk to people, shake hands, and make conversation. And that's where it comes from. And that's the connection.
And as a small business, Hopheads is a small business. What we really like about this is all of these places are small businesses one way or the other.
Yes.
Even from Tropes and Yingling, they started off as a small business that supported their local communities. And to us, that's what we gravitated to and why we've stayed in the craft beer scene for so long, because we are a small business that works with almost exclusively small businesses.
Yes.
And, it's the lifeblood of our community, and I just wish more people would support their local businesses.
Yeah, that's my big thing. So, like, when someone says, oh, I heard there's a podcast in this area and they do something very similar to you, I say, well, who are they? And they say, well, why? And I say, because I want to promote them.
Right.
And they say, because listen, there's a million podcasts in the world. Am I that asshole to be like, I am better than everyone? I may not be, but you know what? I may listen to them, and it may teach me something to make myself better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's not stealing. Your work. Or I may say, hey, do you guys want to work with me? And I'll work with you, and my audience will go to your audience, and your audience will go to my audience.
What a concept.
Yeah. And here's the thing: that my favorite thing about this brewery is you have the Budwashers and his team of Pilgrim. They're their brewery, and they're trying to be like everybody else, but they're the same person that they're taking a step back from their brewery and saying, we want to showcase your brewery. You know what I mean? And that's
welcome to the future.
Yeah, that's not it's not being selfish, and it's saying, I'll work with you, you work with me. Like we have a lot of Other Half on our show. We're big fans of Other Half, and what Other Half does is they'll say, hey, we like your beer, let's do a collaboration, can it and sell it. So that someone says, oh, this is Other Half mixed with Monkish, and then you're like, well, who the hell is Monkish? Then you go buy a Monkish can, you're like, I like this brewery. And I think that's if people work with each other and help each other and support each other, we're unstoppable. And we can become the Tropes and the Yinglings of the business. And I respect them. I'm drinking Chesterfield right now. It's my favorite beer. And it's beautiful. Like, you have so many beer breweries that are in this area right now that are extremely talented, and they can be on the level. They're making beers on the level of everyone else in the country, but they're only producing so many barrels a day. So it makes it a little exclusive. Like, we had their beer. Like, I'm a wrestling fan, so you'll have wrestling fans that say, remember when this guy, like, we'll take Tony Depp as an example, because I have very high hopes for Tony, who works with the brewery too. Tony's a professional wrestler, and he's phenomenal. And then one day I truly feel he will be on TV, and people will be like, I remember seeing Tony in a gym for $15, and now he's wrestling in the biggest promotion in the world. And you can kind of cash into that saying, I tried your product before they blew up, and that's the beauty of these brew fests.
I mean, I remember back when Troves was in Harrisburg, back in the old location. It was just a small area, nice tap room, going on a tour, have a couple beers, and give it to you for free. But back in those days, now look at them. You know, I mean, you can't barely even go into their place. It's so busy all the time.
And that's
been good for them. You know,
yeah, it's beautiful.
And I love their stuff, and it's so consistent. But man, I just don't get down there as much as I like, because I just don't like dealing with that mess going down there.
It is for me too. I hate when people say, "Oh, they sold out." No, they grew. They didn't sell out. They put their work in. Like, let them get what they deserve. Like,
they did not sell out.
Yeah, no, I love Troves. Yeah. My first experience with Troves, I was talking to them earlier. We've talked about it on this show. Wasn't great. I didn't like their beers, and I accidentally told maybe like a very high up VP that I didn't like it. And then years later, I went back to Troves, and they're one of my favorite breweries.
It's definitely evolved over time, for sure. Yeah, Troves is still one of my favorites. I mean, and again, I'm all about supporting a local guy, but I'm telling you, Troves, their stuff is just first rate.
Yeah, it's so delicious. So what is some of your plans with Hopheads in the future?
Well, Hopheads is moving right along. We actually just had Hangar Jam on May 11th. We rented out an airplane hangar.
I heard all about it.
And we had some awesome bands. We had a really cool Beastie Boys tribute, and just had a great time. Had some great breweries down there, and I think that's where the future of Hopheads is. We're going to start putting on some of our own events.
I will be down soon to get that Punisher shirt.
We will take care of you. Yeah, we go up and down the East Coast though. We're all over. We do about 80% of our shows in PA, but we do Maryland, Virginia. We're going up to Stowe, Vermont this summer. Bart was in New York last night.
Yeah.
So we're all up and down the East Coast, but last year we just really overextended ourselves, so we're really going to try to rein it in and do the main
We got
shows.
you on the table. I love the
We
logo.
appreciate
it.
We are so pleased with the reception we've gotten from all of the craft beer industry.
And you guys put your work in. Like, there's so many places I go where you're like, hey, this logo in our can was produced by Hopheads, or I went to a brew fest and Hophead stand is there. You are putting the work in to get yourself out there, and I commend that.
And we actually work with a lot of different breweries. If it's designing their shirts, Bart designs a lot of logos for cans, bottles. It's really quite amazing all the different groups we've worked with, and that's part of being here. Like that was sort of an unintended side effect of working these festivals. Is we got to meet cool people like Brady Instruments people, and some of the breweries that we still work with to this day. It's really quite incredible.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see people come together and really do good things. So how did Brady Instruments come about? How was that a thing? Hey Ed, how you doing, brother?
So we were down at we got involved with the Harrisburg Beer Week homebrew competition, Battle of the Homebrewers. And we were able to go down there actually with our instruments. We made these novelty hydrometers. They're like 2 foot tall, and they're accurate hydrometers, but they're these crazy big hydrometers. You look at it and go like, whoa. And we gave them away as prizes. And it kind of took hold. People appreciated it. We did it another year. And then we also did it this year, which was such an awesome event. It was just a few weeks ago. And it kind of led into us saying, man, we really get some traction at these events. And it's the same thing. It's just trying to connect with the locals. And these events draw out the locals. It's like people just come out and they're the ones you're talking to. So going to these events, we heard about the Schuylkill County, and we're not far away. We're borderline Scoots ourselves, and we decided we're like, we should be a part of that. And we talked to them, and they went up saying, how about you make trophies for us and come out to the event and do some stuff? And here we are. And once again, it's just an awesome venue, an awesome bunch of people. They got fantastic mood, fantastic music. I mean, Hopheads and the other vendors that are here.
A little bit of everything for everybody.
A little bit of everything. You guys, I mean, you guys can't see it, but you guys should, here are the viewers or the listeners at the end of this podcast. You should see the sticker table that I'm sitting at. There's got to be 1,000 stickers, including a Brady Instruments and a Hophead sticker right on the table. But they just cramping the table itself for this podcast.
So we started with a base layer of like pop culture, and then we slowly cover up with like bands and local business like Hopheads. Like, we have another one here. We have the with High John. We're gonna put when we start talking, so we didn't get a chance to put it on. But it's just we're all about that support and helping one another.
They're seriously 7 or 8
It's
4x8.
It's packed. Incredible. It's packed. Yeah, and then the back of our laptop is covered too.
Totally. These guys are legit. It's
and that's what we try. And then usually every show, if you look at our Instagram page, so our main channel goes through interviews with everyday people. So that's our main flagship. And then the other shows are kind of like brother shows or sister shows. And then but everything is like every show has a Facebook page, but we have one Instagram page, one YouTube page. So if you go on interviews with everyday people, you'll find Bangin podcast episode 1 through I think we're up to 13. Like we're shooting 13, 14, and 15, or 14, 15, 16 this weekend. We did one last night, one today, and one Sunday. We're doing a local band that we're really good friends with called Bad Maggie, and we're talking with them. So, and then the cool thing is we'll have like tomorrow with Bad Maggie, we'll feature a brew, like a beer, a brewery, or maybe 3 or 4 breweries, and we'll tag on social media every one of those breweries. So all the person, because people on social media are lazy. I hate to say it, but you all are lazy. But so if I tell you, go check out Hopheads, and that you have to physically top in Hopheads, you're not going to do it. But if I at Hopheads and I give you a hyperlink or at Brady Instruments,
one click,
you will click it and you will hit that like button because I made it easier for you.
Lubricating the system.
I am. So we started in November, and already locally, like we're up to 1,600 Facebook likes on interview with people, which is not easy to do. No. But that's because we learn how to market with people and work with people. But it's beautiful. Like, and I love helping people get those names out. So we'll have a band. So that band has a following of, let's say, 400, 500 people. And that brewery they sit down and drink Trogs, Yingling, I'm just throwing Abomination, and something else. And then through that brewery, we'll say, I'm wearing a Hophead shirt. So we'll say on the thing, t-shirts tonight. We'll take pictures of every one of the table's t-shirts, and we'll say, this t-shirt's at Hopheads. Nice. And then those people are like, oh, cool, I like that shirt. And then they click on the link, and then they find more things. So we're always trying, we're trying to make it easier for the viewer to see how they can support someone else.
If everybody could be that way, the world would be a better place. There's no doubt about it.
I can tell you right here in this little tent, the world's a better place.
I'm trying.
You did a great job.
There's a really negative way to look at your local community, and there's a really negative way to look at social media, because there is negative out there, and people go out there just to crap on other things.
I'm not going to dwell on that, though.
But I'm not. I will show you the positive way to show social media, and the positive way. Now, on the same token, am I wholesome on my Sesame Street? 100% not. I'm real. No, we may curse, we may have fun, we may have beverages, but on the same token, if you're going through something where you may have a problem with beverages, we'll also help you out with that too. And that's what we're trying to do here. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I feel like you didn't say anything. What's your name?
My name's Eric.
What's up? Eric. Eric?
Yeah.
How did you get involved with the Brady?
Well, I started when I was 16. I went to cyber school to help out my stepfather with a tree company, and we delivered wood to the place that is now Brady Instruments.
Nice.
And he saw me, and unfortunately, the guy that was the head glass blower retired, and he saw an opportunity to take a young kid who saw was a hard worker. And I've been there for about 10 years.
Yeah, crazy hard worker is the operative word there, because Eric was literally a little high school kid, and all he wanted to do was work hard. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the whole backbone. That's that whole idea what we shoot for.
Yeah.
And so he came on board. How long have we been here now?
9-10 years.
Awesome. That's crazy. It's really amazing. So I have a few Breaking Bad stickers. So every time I think of beer or even everything is science, bitch. Science, right? But yeah, so far, I mean, you guys got a little preview of some beers because you guys were here before setup. Yeah. What are some that caught your eye so far?
Wolf's Key Lime Sorbet.
That was my vote.
Unbelievable.
That's my vote for the title.
Wolf. So I'm from Mechanicsburg. Wolf just announced that they're going to be going in Mechanicsburg hopefully end of next year. And boy, it's walking distance to my house, and I'm a lucky man because I actually gotten, just from coming to these fests, I've gotten to know Derek, and he wins everywhere. Everywhere he goes, he wins. And
he's legitimately a really good guy.
The reason I voted for that brewery, A, I'm not a sour fan. B, I don't like key lime pie. and I tried their beer, and I was like, this is fucking delicious.
It was unreal.
You couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
Like, how does someone tell you this is everything you're gonna hate, and then you love it?
And you like it.
How do you not vote for
That's
that?
like magic.
It is. It's beautiful.
Everybody check them out. They're coming to Mechanicsburg for their first location at the end of 2020. So
Yeah.
and I'll be there. Trust me.
Yeah, every weekend. So what are some things that caught your attention so far?
Oh, well, it's everybody, really. And it's so sad, but I went through and I can't even think of the different names right now. But
There hasn't been one dud beer that I didn't
that's
like.
I'm finding the same thing. I'm going through and everybody's they're offering stuff that I like, and I can't even say anything bad right now.
Yeah.
So it's all solid. The fact that everybody's out here just trying.
Yeah.
I'm like so down for this. I love getting up to the plate, swinging the bat, and everybody's here doing it. It's like we're all kindred spirits just because of that.
And it's not raining this year.
Hey,
Beautiful.
man,
It's
about
beautiful.
time.
It's beautiful because it's not raining. Exactly. I thank you guys so much. I'll let you get back to your
Thank you
spot.
very much, my
Thanks for
friend.
having us.
Thank you so much, and enjoy yourselves and meet new people and
Bangin' beers.
Yeah. Bangin' beers. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to meet you. See you later.
The hot pen character is on the back.
I love it.
That's right.
We're
Take
good.
care, guys.
Thank you guys. Enjoy yourselves. Take your coasters. Here, take this too.
I'm gonna let it go so you'll know the big
Actually, get on some posters. Get on Bangin' Beers. We can get on there and get that podcast, right?
Yep, YouTube. So here, this is the interviews with everyday people. It's a small one. This is one of our first prototypes that we upgraded, but
Badass. Thanks, fellas.
yeah. So this is have one. Get it in. You want to sit down?
Yeah, sure.
Both of you have a seat. Here, pull that mic in front of you.
I feel like bad. I didn't like drink it.
Oh, well, we won't keep you long. Okay, go drink.
I'll come back and then like get right.
So this is Sarah, everyone, from things that were cool in high school.
I just had spam sushi.
What?
I just had spam sushi.
What's spam sushi? Ben!
It's spam sushi.
Spam sushi.
Spam sushi.
Ben, when you go try some beers, listen, I don't know if you see Ben, he had to scrub down a little bit. It's
Not me, the other.
No, we're recording and we're going to go back, yeah.
Hi, future people. Okay.
Yeah. You'll see this when I get good at editing. But,
How much have you had?
I've had a little bit of everything.
How much have you guys had?
I've had a good bit. I haven't had a beer that I didn't like.
I've had enough. I'm done.
I won't tell you who I voted for yet. So in your cup, did you guys go in yet?
No, I didn't. I literally just
So
like.
in your cup, you got a chip. So when you see any table with a green bucket, they're in the contest for a wrestling championship belt.
Oh, sweet.
And if they get enough votes, they win the belt this year, and they're the champions for the entire
You
year.
guys voted already? You guys already know who you're choosing?
I already picked my pick.
Okay.
I don't want to say who because I don't want to sway you.
Yeah.
Ben hasn't
Is
picked
there like
yet.
a top
I haven't picked yet. I want to try more beer out.
You want my top three?
Top three.
All right. So my top three is Abomination. Oh no, I'm sorry. Rotunda, Wolf Head,
Wolf Brewing.
Wolf Brewing, and Tattered Flag. That's not saying that the other ones didn't do a great job.
Okay. I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah. So go have some beer. Get out of here.
Okay, alright.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Start party signing out.
Are you coming on?
No choice.
You sure? Absolutely. Both of you, come on.
Well, we're waiting.
I know. All right, how many beers have you drinking so far?
I've had a lot. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Come on, brother.
No. This is our old movie theater, Fred. We always say R.I.P. movie theater. Here, have that, and then when you're done, take it with you.
Will do.
So I've had, let's see, I've had a little bit of everything.
So have I.
What has been your favorite so far?
What I'm drinking right now is cooked through my. Let me just.
Here, no way.
do that. It's
That
a
might
stout.
be my brochure. I left them here.
I have two.
That'll definitely be mine.
I will tell you in a moment because I've tried so many and I've been writing it that way. I can actually keep a record of exactly what I'm drinking.
What was the name of the brewery? Give it a shot. What was the name?
That was from Farnstock and Bayer. It's their
Farnstock and Bayer. Oh, I want to try that.
Can't see through my stout.
I don't. Am I not seeing it? What am I?
Can't see.
Go over.
Oh, okay. So you're having Can't See Through a 7% stout. Now stouts have a hard time for me because they taste like coffee. I'm gonna pull this back because you have your own now.
Well, yeah, in many respects, a lot of them, especially particularly here, they have a lot of coffee. It's really sad because, in respect that you see a lot of them they try to go through the, they try to do the chocolate peanut butter or they do the porter style. But what's really nice about this one is the description's spot on. I mean, it's exactly what it says is what it is. There's nothing really.
We have found that a lot with the beers today. If they say it's pink guava with strawberry and key lime pie, and they are nailing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where here they're just dead on, which is really nice. Now, I drink everything from like an ale to a pilsner to an amber, to a red, all the way down into the bourbons. But this one is by far the best one I've had. Now, the second best one I had was the milkshake, which is really nice.
But did you put your vote in yet?
Yeah, I already put my vote in.
What was your vote for?
That was for this one.
Who was the brewery?
That was for Iron Bear.
Iron who?
No,
Fahrenstock.
Oh, Fahrenstock.
Yep.
So the same brewery.
That was probably the best one I've had.
The Kickstart My Heart.
Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the sour.
No, that's a stout.
No, the Kickstart My Heart was a sour. Yes, that was a raspberry. Sour.
No, this was coffee, vanilla, coconut.
Well, maybe that was a different one, but the one that Fahrenstock brought for the vote was Kickstart My Heart. That's
the tart, but this one that's the. Wait a minute, we got this all screwed up here. This is real. No, it can't see through my stout.
Yes. So that was one of the beers they brought, but the beer in the competition was Kick. So if you voted for that,
actually, I tried that. And I really enjoyed that. And I'm not a
but
sour.
you voted for the brewery, not for the beer.
Right, but even for the beer itself, even for something like that that's a sour or a tart that they call it, I actually enjoy that.
I'm not a sour fan. It was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good. I wasn't a big fan of it, but not very. I don't want to say it's really phrase it. I'm not a big fan of sours to begin with.
Yes, me neither.
Because I can taste a lot of lactose and stuff that they put in it. It kind of
just that initial kick gets me, and then once I get past the kick, it has a really tasty aftertaste.
Right, and it's smooth pretty much throughout.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that and stuff, but this has been the best so far.
Now we met at the movie theater bar. That was our stomping grounds.
Yeah, the initial.
And
actually no, that's incorrect. Our initials when we worked over in Hazleton.
Yes, at American Eagle.
Yeah. That was the initial.
But I mean our hangout spot.
Yeah, it was at the bar.
Was the bar.
Theater.
And that was a very good craft beer bar. They had a lot on tap.
They had a lot on tap.
On tap and bottle. Bottle and can selection was amazing. Can you remember what from the movie theater bar? RIP, we love you. That staff was unbelievable. Everyone who worked there was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best I ever. That was what really made the bar was staff.
Yes.
So.
And the VIP 21 and older theater was amazing if you're a movie fan.
Oh,
but even if you didn't want to see a movie, you could hang out in that bar, enjoy the staff, and enjoy the company. It was like Cheers.
Yeah.
Like, the day that closed, I'm not afraid.
I was heartbroken.
I cried.
It was really heartbroken.
I cried.
I actually got a picture of the whole staff the last day.
Yeah.
We all stood together. I still have it here. I have a picture of these guys. We're all grouped together. We're sitting we're on the other side of the bar, right where the fountain is. We climbed up on the fountain. We snatched on everybody that was in there for the last day.
It was an amazing. It's one of those things that if you didn't experience, you missed it.
Yeah. No, it was it. I mean, it's a shame because you can't find a bar that you knew that you go in, you feel welcome. It's nice and warm. Feeling you walk in.
A lot of people didn't know this, but if you were a regular and you were part of that family, we used to do Secret Santa giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the staff and some of the patrons. And then they did a page like I guess like the super fan or customer appreciation.
Oh, yeah.
We had our own. Me and Heidi had the Blackwell drink. We had a drink named after us. Like it was beautiful. I loved being there, man. I enjoyed it. But do you remember a certain beer that you got there that was like, oh my god, I love this beer that they provided?
No, because I was more of a mixed drink type of guy.
Their mixed drinks are really good.
If I had to go with a particular beer, believe it or not, it's just gonna sound really, really funny. It was my father's the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Not your father's.
Not your father's Mountain Dew.
Mine was Cuttingham Brewery's Grape IPA. I tried that there, and I was like, this is the best IPA I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, like I said, mine was not your father's Mountain Dew. I mean, that one really threw me for a little bit. I didn't think I'd like it. I tried it. I got hooked on that for a while.
Yeah.
like a go-to every time I came in.
Yeah. So how many of the beers have you tried today? What would you say?
I've tried just about all of them.
About all of them? Nice, nice.
I mean, my palate, I have a different palate than most people get.
Have a seat.
I really enjoy different types of beers, even if it's something that's not my preference, I'll still try it anyway.
Yeah.
Because it might surprise me. And I had a couple of, like, the Kickstart My Heart was a real surprise.
The name got me. When you walk by someone, you see Kickstart My Heart, you're like, I'm going to drink that.
Yeah, because it's an 80s throwback.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was really cool that, I mean, it wasn't what I expected. And then the one next to that had the milkshake that I really tried. That was another surprise too. That really thrilled me.
I think they're coming up to hang out, and they're going to bring girl money. Because I said I'm like an IPA guy, so they're going to bring girl money up for me.
All right.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty well.
Yeah. But thank you so much for sitting down with us, man. Go drink some more beers, and we'll see you soon.
See you later.
Hey, brother, how you been?
Pretty good. Haven't seen you.
Yeah, man. So you just got here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we won't keep you long because I want you to go drink beers. So what I want you to do is go try as much as you can. Yo.
You don't want to test that theory.
Chris.
It's like you're trying all
Carlos.
like I had
He has like
everyone
13
in a
names.
single
He missed it.
glass.
That'd be.
Take that with you. That's a coaster from us. Go try some beers. Try to remember. 'Cause I know by the time you get to the end of the block.
I literally write them all down when I drink them.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So come back and tell us what your favorites were.
I will do that.
All right, man. See you soon.
Yes, sir.
Have a good time. Absolutely. Yeah. That's for you guys.
But I had about 11 of the brews.
All right.
I'm being very picky this time around.
All right.
Typically, I would be going ham and just going down the line and all over.
I haven't had everything yet. I have to go back out and try more eventually. I've had Abomination.
Okay.
They actually gave us a can of Rotting Earth.
Yes, I put that in the cooler so I can pull that up a
So
little bit.
I don't want to sound impartial, but my favorite breweries right now, because I root for the underdog, and I think they make just as tasty as beer as everybody. I really like Abomination, and I really like Rotunda. They're two of my favorites. I think they make great beer, their artwork, their cans. I think everything about them is amazing, and I have a great time with them. Boneshire. I did have the pink.
Yo, Eric, come here, Eric.
He's already gone.
Hang on, I'm gonna get him.
Let him. He just came in. Let him drink beers,
alright,
and he'll come back.
He came over.
Yeah.
He's from Whitehall area. That's the guy I trade with.
Nice.
With
Well, let
some
him go
beers.
enjoy some. He'll come back.
Definitely.
I had Boneshire. I had the Pink Dragon. I had Hand Me That John by Bird's Nest.
I got to try a lot of these.
I tried to go to the ones with the green bucket. So if you didn't have a green bucket, I didn't go there right away because I wanted to get back to the table in time for everyone to go enjoy themselves. What have you tried so far that caught your attention?
I tasted Hot Head's hot sauce. I bought a bottle.
What'd you get?
Cooler.
I did too.
Same stuff.
You did?
All right.
Wait. No, I got the. Oh, you got the Hawaiian. I got the. It's in the cooler.
Give me 1 second. Keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But I had the Hawaiian. I tried all four
Yeah,
of them.
I tried the one at the end.
Oh my god.
At the end.
I'm like, I had them on my French fries. I had to slow down. I wanted to eat. I wanted to get, build the base up and then kick ass again, because I want to try some more beer. Because everybody's like, oh, try this one, try that one, try this one, try that one. But yeah, I thought all the sauces didn't kick your ass.
No.
They had the right amount of pow into it, but at the same time they were flavorful. The guy had fresh ingredients, but it was freaking amazing.
I love Yingling.
And what did you get over here?
So we're right next to Yingling, and I told them, I said, because I can't go and I can't go experience everything. I said, I'm really grateful that you guys brought Chesterfield. Are you gonna make me share it? Go get your own.
Oh, you're cool. All right.
Here's my favorite. Here's my favorite thing about Chetty. So Chesterfield Ale, they just made a new can. It says Lord Chesterfield Ale on one side. On the other side, it just says Chetty, which is, I love it. I love that so much. So this is my drink all day long. So the entire Brewfest, I will be drinking Yingling Chesterfield Ale because I love it. So your hot sauce, Uncle Butch. What did you get?
In the cooler.
This cooler?
Yeah. Little bottle on the.
So you got the Phantasm Ghost Pepper Honey.
That's the ghost chili one.
Yeah.
Now you tried it?
Yes.
All right,
It's not overpowering.
It's not.
You know
really
it's a
that
hot
much.
sauce,
It's
but it's not overpowering.
And what did you get?
I got the Hawaiian
Hawaiian Express.
That's a good one. That just has a nice.
That's like right. That's right
Put
next
those in the
to.
cooler for you?
I don't care. Whatever. They're good. They're good though. He does a good job. He did a good job with
Yeah,
those
I
sauces.
was
He's
impressed
actually-
with
he's
all of them.
actually-
All of them are good.
Yeah.
That he has. He has 4 of them over there.
You tried all 4?
Yes.
Nothing that like crippled you.
No. That the one I got was his hot.
It's hot, but it's tasty.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can put it on wings, and I'm guessing by the time you get to the 4th or 5th wing, you're going to realize you're eating hot sauce, but it's still
It's enjoyable.
good. You can taste the chicken or
It's not
whatever.
like it's not like
It's not like
a
you're
challenge.
paralyzed.
Yeah.
No.
Like a lot of times people.
It's
I
not
say,
like with the bomb.
Like a lot of times, people like that really kick your ass hot sauce. This isn't that. It's just like your
I'm gonna
flavor
kill you.
culinary.
I'm gonna
Yes.
kill you with hot. I'm gonna hit you with flavor.
This isn't 3 people out of 100 can eat 4 wings. No, this is like everybody can eat them.
Okay. He said he's
You're
gonna
gonna
bring
like
some up for us. So I'm going. Now, I am not a hot sauce person.
You'll like all of it. The one I got, you might find, since you are not a hot sauce person, you might find that a little hot for you.
Okay.
But you'll still be able to, like he has tortilla chips. You'll still taste the tortilla chips.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's
the kick flavor.
real good, natural hot peppers or hot sauces.
And he talked to us a little bit about how he went about making it.
Don't kill you at once.
Yeah.
You might be on your 3rd bite by the time you realize this shit might be a little too hot.
Yeah.
All right, where the pickled stuff, the bottled stuff, that whacks you right off because that's chemically enhanced hot sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his is natural.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You bite into a ghost pepper, you're going to think God forsaken you and threw you in hell. I have no doubt in my mind. However, but that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
And let's see, as far as beers, because I don't write them down.
I'm
I
just
have
checking them off what I have.
that Pilsner rub or whatever, Tasty Fingers, the pressed coffee.
Yeah.
I had that. You wouldn't like it because you don't like coffee, and there's definitely coffee in that sucker.
They're adding like every half
It's
hour.
good.
They're adding
Oh,
half hour or hour. They're adding.
How much cash do you have on you? None. How do you went to an ATM? I need to borrow 40, and I'll get the cash back to you. I want to buy 2 glassware. I want to buy a hot head shirt. You buy a hot head bag? And you get a bag with a shirt?
They're $3 for the bag.
Which I'm creeping on you. Hotheads made the banner.
You know what? I'm gonna tell
Well, you got
guys
2 shirts. So you got the Hophead shirt for 35 or something. Oh, you got the logo. Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like them. They came and sat and talked with us. Awesome.
That's why. You know what? There was one.
I've been inviting the brewers up to talk to you.
They're all scheduled to come up with something big.
There's one brewery that I kind of like saw that was kind of like an underdog one. Milton Spectrum. They're right next to Abomination. Really good friends with them too. Apparently.
Milton Spectrum.
Milton Spectrum. They're like literally right next to them.
Okay.
And I had their 100 Mile Trench, and I was like,
we need the.
We would feature them.
The what? We need the stick. We need the stick back. Okay.
I said.
You going back out to do some lives? All right.
I said about doing like a Stein beer for our next banging beers because that was so different because they actually use like hot stones to brew it with.
Huh? With the paint? No, I gotta find out what brewery this is.
You don't remember? It just blends together, right?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't have any. I should have brought pens.
Brought 3 stouts in a row, and it's like they're good. I like stouts, but they start to run together in a sense.
Yeah, you gotta kind of mix it up.
I'm at a brew fest and I'm drinking cans of Chesterfield ale.
Well, I'm joining.
Yeah, I might go next door just to grab a koozie and say, look, I drank all the Pilsner I remember last night. It's like, and your porter.
Yeah.
Or your stout, rather.
I love Yingling. I have a soft spot for them. I love them. And Chesterfield's my favorite.
I have to do a whole lot. I gotta do a lot of research because I only have like 11.
You want to go back out? I'll hang out?
A little bit.
All right. Well, I mean, no one's really here. So the general admission just went through. So general admission is kind of enjoying, and then they'll probably circle their way back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap here. We'll do our next break, and we'll come back and enjoy some more beers. How you doing? And we'll let everyone kind of have a good time, and then you go out and try some more. I'll hang out at the tent, and we'll go from there. Okay? Yeah, I'm good.
You might.
All right,
Can I
see,
check
Ben.
this in? You might
Oh,
wanna.
I definitely gotta try that one.
Might wanna roll
Put a
up the-
Paul Brewing Star 4. That's a Coheed Cambria beer. I gotta try
How did I already check in Springhouse Brewing Company?
That's the
Big gruesome chocolate
that's
peanut
smoked
butter
mac
stout.
and cheese. That's
You've had it somewhere.
I had it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Smoked mac and cheese is in and of
Kevin
itself.
Dolphy!
Can we swap out somebody for a
but I
seat? No,
made real
get
mac
over
and
here.
cheese.
Let him sit.
And
He's
then
part of the team. Get him.
smoked
It's my dad. Get the fuck out of here, Dad. Bad Maggie's here.
Bad Maggie.
Sit down.
No, Kevin
Kevin.
Dolphin.
Kevin.
Dolphin!
Kevin, you sit your ass down.
Kevin Dolphin!
Are you guys going out to try some more beers?
Hey,
You need a seat. I'll get up.
we gotta get an opening date for Al Muscanin.
I'm here.
For no, come to the house.
Huh?
Come to the house. Al Muscanin wants to
For
do
iRock Radio.
No, for Bangin.
First thing I tried.
Okay, 100%.
He was here already.
He was here.
Got the key
Was he?
live one.
Yeah, he said he stopped in.
So far, that's
We gotta get him. We gotta get him.
Right.
No.
Second fat fitter.
I can get a whole can. We gotta get Al in.
Don't worry about that.
We gotta get Al into the house. Yeah, we gotta get Al into the house.
You're live.
Yeah.
What? Are you going
No, we're not live. Yeah.
Where's
Butcher, are you going out with Dad?
Where's Dave?
Yeah, I'll walk.
All right. Have a seat.
Oh, I got it.
All right. This is my wife's volleyball buddy. See, we're getting a little bit of an early preview. Tomorrow we have Bangin' Beers with Bad Maggie.
It's Kevin Dolphin.
Who's cannon?
I don't know.
Who's cannon?
What I'm getting myself into with that one.
It
I
won't
don't
be-
know. Do you want overproof stouts?
Are you gonna get?
Or 50%
No,
stouts?
no preview. There's only 4 beers tomorrow.
Those are the ones. There's 4 beers tomorrow.
Yeah. And we split 4 beers, so we're not gonna smush you.
Because I know Dylan likes the
Yeah.
stouts.
Like you're driving to us, so if someone drives to us,
Yes.
we don't want you to leave intoxicated so you can't drive. So we split beers amongst each other.
I'll probably get a ride home no matter what.
Yeah, we're responsible.
Just like
Yeah. I don't want to give too much away for Bad Maggie. So far, let me bring this in here. Introduce yourselves.
Kevin Dolphin, guitar player extraordinaire, Bad Maggie.
Yeah. I love it.
Joe Salem, friend, Bad Mac.
And Heidi's volleyball board, buddy. Yeah. So what have you guys tried so far today that caught your attention?
So the first thing I tried was I heard from Ben. I did that key lime. Is it Wolf?
Yeah.
Wolf. See, I saw him on Dave's Facebook. I went down. So far, that's my favorite.
So our Facebook Live steered you to that beer.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Exactly. I just so happened to catch you on, but
Did you vote yet for your favorite beer?
I'm waiting. So far, they're first.
That was my vote. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
Who was the one that won last year?
Rotunda. I like Rotunda and Abomination. They're
Rotunda.
yeah.
Rotunda, that's
It should be right
roughly-
across
yeah,
from.
it's like you go
they have
down
a
the
sugar
way,
skull
yeah.
as their
And you see like the guy with the red beard, the fuller, redder beard.
You got
than
tattered
mine
flag
and yours.
posters. How did that happen?
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, I'm a
we'll use those. Actually, by the way,
I got that blueberry from Tyler. It was good.
once you guys are done, take them with you. What's this?
There's another thing going on in
Okay. So this is a possible summer kickoff. Is this downtown?
Yeah, it's Jaw
East side playground. So it's like, you know where the Good Sam Hospital is?
Yeah.
It's past that a little bit, right where that sharp right.
Oh my God! Hooligan, Cody Wiley, Jesse Wade gang, and then fucking assholes boys upstairs. That's a good thing. Should have summer, June 15th, possible summer kickoff.
There's gonna be food trucks there.
Here's another beer that you want to try. Scoop U. It's a pink guava and plum.
Did
sour.
you try the Gears iced tea beer yet?
No.
Scooking around. They have a Gears iced tea beer. So get out of here right now and go drink that. And come back. Yeah. Go enjoy
Fucking
yourselves.
eat it.
You guys just got it for general admission, so you guys, and if you need water or anything, like I know there's buckets everywhere, but we have a bucket here, and we have a cooler of water. So if you guys need anything, let me know.
Cooler, yep.
And we'll see you guys soon. What's that?
IPA anywhere? What's your favorite IPA?
My favorite IPA today? I've actually had stuff that I'm normally not a fan of. All right, so 1788 makes good. 1787 makes good IPA. Who else had a good IPA? I was really the Baltimore Brewery right next to Down was really good. there? Fog Monster. Hey! Fog Monster down there was really good by Rusty Rail. That's a really good one. There's a lot out there. I haven't seen them all yet because I've been
You should put him in. You should have put him in a Custardy by Tattered Flag is another good one.
The Blueberry Tattered Flag is amazing.
I don't like it as much as I like the key lime.
Okay. Tattered Flag was my number 2.
It was good. That's when I ran by Dave and he.
Did you try the Viking Samurai by Wolf as well?
I did not.
What a goofball combination of ingredients. That is phenomenal.
We only have the
East
one pen
versus
that's
West. It was good.
I don't have any pens. Sorry. Download on tap and you can keep track of everything.
Yeah. I'm going to be logging in.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up there, and you'll see Kevin tomorrow on Bangin Beers with Bad Maggie, and we have a special surprise for those guys tomorrow. They already know that we spoiled it because I can't keep a secret. But
there might be another secret that they don't know about.
Oh. Blowjobs for Ben. No, that's not it. All right, so you guys go enjoy yourselves. All right, take care, and have a good time. See you soon,
Kevin.
Go, get over here.
We have a runner. Sarah.
So we are back for another edition, and we have some cool people. Nikolai, I know you guys haven't seen Nikolai in forever. He's been really busy. He's been doing a lot of videography work for different places. We'll get to that in a second. But this is some of the staff of this year's Brewfest, and one happens to be my amazing neighbor, Steph. So introduce yourselves, even though I kind of already did. Steph, come on this side so you have your own mic.
Oh, I have to have my own mic. Okay.
We'll take this one out of the way. All right, so introduce yourself, yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm Tony's amazing neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm Hillary. I'm not the neighbor girl.
But she's still amazing. Sit down. Everyone add on Facebook. No. So all right. So you guys have been working. Yeah. You guys have been working for Brewfest now for a couple of years, right?
More close.
This is my first year.
It's your first year?
Second year.
And you've been doing it for a little bit.
2 years.
So 2 years. So what is you can do the comparison. What is it? How has it been from Frackville Elms to now downtown Pottsville? What has the experience been now?
Well, I think it's not easy to compare because last year there was torrential downpours.
Yes.
And I mean, we still have a nice crowd, but this is phenomenal.
It's like a step up. It's like
it's a step up.
Yeah, it's like you're downtown Pottsville.
Yeah.
Like there's. I mean, if you look on the street now, I know. Have you got any pictures of looking down the street?
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's shoulder to shoulder downtown Pottsville. It's amazing. Now, what have you guys? We'll share one. We'll share. What have you guys experienced, like beer wise? What have you had? What have you liked?
We had citrus, some kind of like boysenberry.
Yeah, and you were afraid. Look at you're taking over.
I know.
I know. Look at her go.
And I like the apple cider from Sharp Mountain.
Okay. Have you put your vote in yet for the?
I did not.
I did not either.
No.
You're gonna lie?
Well, I'm going to be honest, but I went to Greystone and got my raspberry vodka Sprite.
I love it.
I'm not a microbrew person.
Yeah. So if the Greystone didn't hook me up with power today, this would never happen. So I absolutely love the Greystone. And even if they didn't hook me with power, I still absolutely love them. It's an amazing staff, and I just love this place so much. And hanging out with Steve upstairs all the time, it's a nice, easy transition from the Greystone to Steve's house. So yeah. So we moved from Frackville to Pottsville. It's a different experience, but it's beautiful. We finally got good weather. And it's like I said, the experience of being downtown Pottsville is beautiful. Yeah. So you said you're not a big beer drinker, but you had amazing drinks.
I did try some that Russ brought us, and they were
There's wine down there.
and it was good.
Have you gone to the wine place yet?
I've been working. I didn't go anywhere yet.
As soon as you leave, go have some fun wine.
I will.
Have you guys tried any beer yet?
I tried a raspberry blueberry.
Oh, the one that's part of this.
From.
Yes.
Wasn't Trogs.
I think it was Tattered Flag.
No, it was somewhere else. Abominable.
Abomination. Go try Tattered Flag's blueberry beer.
Okay.
It's really, really good. I won't keep you as long because I know you guys finally just got the crowd in. Which, by the way, the process of that was really smooth and it went really well. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you've got amazing shirts. Look,
Yes, we did.
amazing
Yes.
Brewfest shirts.
Yes.
They're beautiful this year.
Actually, people said, "Hey, can we buy them?" And I
I
said,
know. I'm
"No,
jealous.
you gotta work."
I'm jealous. I'm super jealous.
It's a perk of working.
But I lost my glass. Where did I put my glass?
Is this it? That's not mine, no.
That's Chesterfield. It's me. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for sitting down. I love you guys so much. And go enjoy yourself and have some
He's the
wine.
best neighbor ever.
Yeah, and take the coasters with you.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
So Nikolai, what have you been working on?
A lot. So, for those of you who don't know, I work with a company called Box of Light. And this past 2 weeks, we were doing a film residency.
I got a cigar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But during that 2 week period, we went to,
on camera.
Yeah, we're still on camera.
Eat that big piece of bacon on camera.
So how is it?
Crazy.
What about the fat? Yeah,
But it's okay. Good.
Okay.
Crazy. I was trying not to wave grease on people. I was walking through.
But yeah, Box of Light.
But I had a residency for the past 2 weeks. And basically what that residency consisted with was I was sent with a friend of mine to, I want to say 6 different schools within a district.
Yeah.
And each day we filmed about 5 or 6 hours at each location, and then we're gonna take 2 weeks worth of videos, chop it all up, and make this like promo video.
We do a 3-hour episode. It doesn't take much editing, and it takes enough. So I couldn't imagine doing like this show here is gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Well, what's gonna be somewhat of a pain is that I've been kind of keeping track of how many like gigs I've had to upgrade so far.
Yeah.
And like each day, like per school, was at least 13 gigs of video. So it's like.
So I have a section of video where I didn't turn the mics on. So hopefully, if you guys are watching back, if you could find it, that if you can't find it, then that appears that attributes to my learning editing skills from Nikolai. Yeah. Yeah. So what? How's your experience? How is both? I know you don't drink.
I do.
How is what you have? But how has your experience been at Brewfest so far?
Honestly, we've been here since what? 10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
So I thought it was going on this whole time.
No.
Kind of thing.
It just started.
And then 2 o'clock hit, and this big herd of people came. I was like, can't we go back to like being able to move?
It's packed.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good.
Yeah. So VIP starts at 1,
Yeah.
and that's a selective group of people who pay extra money to get exclusive beers at each stand.
Yeah.
And then when general admission comes, those exclusive beers go away, and then it's just general admission beers.
Okay.
I thought it was just get it early.
I didn't try any exclusive beers, but it was good stuff. If you want to sit down again, you can hang out. She's eating.
Want the rest of my bacon?
You're just dangling bacon.
It's all about the bacon, baby.
You gotta make it hard. I gotta move a microphone.
Why do I gotta make it hard?
Yeah. So so we missed you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you seen the change of the show a little bit since you've been gone?
Listen, I have not done anything.
So we actually now on the shows we have a general topic, and we end every show with a topic now.
Okay, I did see that in the chat.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually watched anything.
Yeah.
By the time I get home, I literally, because I have 2 cameras that we've been filming with throughout those 2 weeks, so I have to run home and charge about 6 different batteries, take all the footage off of each camera, and then start editing stuff. So I have done like nothing.
Yeah. But all right, well I'll end it there, and I'm gonna try to go snag somebody that walked by real quick for a quick sit down, because he doesn't want to do a full interview, but he wants to talk to me. So I'm gonna go try to do that real quick. But thank you guys for sitting down real quick.
I'm gonna go take some more photos.
Yeah, go take some more photos. You go eat more food and talk to more doggy places and get treats for our dog, and get that money for me.
Get that money.
Can you hang out at the stand while I go buy what I need? All right, we'll be back. I gotta go buy stuff, and I'll show you on camera when I get back. And we're gonna do like this cool like.
Oh, we're gonna wave?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see anything I'm doing. I think this is off. Can you see that's plugged in?
Great, now we're still recording.
Can you push it in more?
We're still recording live.
That's all right.
So we're having some
We are
technical difficulties,
live.
So please stand by.
Bangin Beers. I don't know what and how many times we came back because we're doing a lot of cool stuff. But we're joined. If you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sean McIntyre. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
Awesome.
Right down the
you want to join us?
Right down the street from Bangin. This is over here with the McIntyre clan. My sister.
You can sit here. Come over here. I'm gonna steal your mic though.
My sister is a local, and she invited us to this.
So who's the local? Okay, so you're from Pottsville? Yes. All right. So he told me a radio show? We started a podcast?
Yeah, I used to have a show back in the day with Blog Talk Radio. That kind of got away from it because I have to have a job. So.
Yeah. Well, talk radio is a select crowd. Some people hate it. Some people. I personally love it. One of the reasons why I started a podcast is I was very inspired by Howard Stern. I mean, if you haven't listened to radio
my guy, yeah.
and you don't like talk radio, Howard Stern is your guy. You know what I mean? So I love talk radio, and then when I know Howard Stern hates podcasts because it's his niche a little bit, so he hates on it. But I like podcast wise, I started following Joe Rogan. Here, enjoy. You guys all have a coaster.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Howard will be all right. Off he goes.
You're welcome. So what you said you were going to start a podcast soon?
Yeah, I'm going to start a new one. It's going to be a new theme with all the politics and things going on. I want to do a podcast that comes from the point of view of a working man.
So the middle of the road.
Yeah,
that's where I land.
From the people rather than the pundits.
Yeah. If you're far left or you're far right, regardless of what side, how far you are on each side, I'm like, boy, you're kind of nuts. You should probably hear other people's point of views and go from there.
And I'm a middle of the road kind of guy.
I compare it to like a sports fan. So if like I love the Eagles, and 6 Eagles players can rape and kill 4 girls, but they're my Eagles. I love them. That's kind of like politics to me. Like they can do some dirty stuff, but you're like, I can't really go against them. I don't know what to do here. Like if you just kind of be you as a person and give or take a little bit here and there.
Well, that's just blind politics. You can't go with that.
Yeah. So when you did talk radio, what were some of those things you were into?
Well, I'm a certified hypnotherapist, so when I first started, I started out with...
Don't hypnotize me.
I started out with the hypnotherapy stuff. And then it kind of took a turn.
Is that how he got you?
That's my aunt.
Oh!
That's my aunt.
Yeah, she's stressed the 8 months, but just so you know.
So what's the family dynamic here?
Sister, aunt.
Okay.
So she's the local. And actually,
I love Virginia. Are you a Redskins fan? Jersey.
Yeah, she's from Jersey.
Whereabouts? Patterson.
All right. I like all the Virginia DC teams. So I like Redskins, Nationals, Capitals.
Yeah, I kind of like Nationals. Because I used to be a service manager for Triumph Motorcycles in Clinton.
Yeah.
So,
all right, cool. So, now you said you're local. Where about are you?
I'm like 3 blocks up the street.
How long have you been in the area?
Yeah, you're Virginia, so you get upset when the jersey comes out.
What are we wearing here? Keep calm and...
Keep calm, drink like a McIntyre.
I love it. So you guys came prepared for this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, drinking today, what are some of the beers you've had so far today that you're a fan of?
Oh, that porter, what was it? It was at the very, very end. You don't put your little coin in there or whatever, bottle cap.
Yeah, they're not
Oh, it was really good.
Who did you vote for today?
I didn't vote for
I hadn't voted
anybody.
yet. Because they didn't qualify for certain whatever.
I voted for Tattered Flags.
They were my runner-up.
I like them. I mean, I do have some other preferences that I like better. However, one of the reasons that I voted for them is because it's veteran ran, and I am a veteran, so I'm trying to support. And the product's not bad.
Yeah.
So I felt compelled to kind of vote for
They
them.
were my runner-up. See, I went with two types of beers that I'm not like. So I don't like key lime pie, and I don't like sours. So I went with these.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that just happened. All right. So we're back. Wolf made the key lime pie sour. I'm not a sour fan, and I don't like key lime pie. But the brew was amazing.
Yeah, I'm not big on sours either.
Yeah, so I walk up and you already give me 2 things I'm not gonna like, and I drink it. I'm like, wow.
They got key lime?
It's a key lime. It's Wolf Brewing Company.
It's on this side down. It's about the...
Yeah, we'll check them out.
Go ahead, go get it.
Check them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but like I said, theirs was a little citrusy.
It's called Wolf.
You'll see a big wolf on it. You can't miss it.
This was a little citrusy, not my real cup of tea, but hey, on a hot day I would drink it, kind of get refreshed. But I support
Are
it.
you local your whole life here?
Yes.
So, now that you're in our neck of the woods and you're a craft beer fan, have you tried Yingling?
Yes. We just did the tour yesterday.
Ling Ling.
Yingling.
I say Ling Ling just on purpose.
Actually, that was the first time I tried porter. So I usually drink lager.
I've been drinking Chesterfield all day. I love Chesterfield.
One of the things that amazes me, and I'm guilty of it too, is I lot of times, you know, when you have little local places, you take the things that you have there, the treasures, for granted.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it takes a relative to come down and say, hey, take me around, see what's going on. Then, hey, I've never been there. Why not? And then you've lived here all your life. It's kind of, I'm guilty of it myself in my area.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's kind of why I started this podcast. I like to showcase the talent and amazing people in this area and their stories of either triumph or struggle and coming out the other end, and that's what I try to showcase here on our show. I'm from Schuylkill.
You got a cut?
So like I do 4 different shows. I do this one I call Interviews with Everyday People, and it's kind of like I talk to everyday people and they tell me their experiences and what they've gone through, which a lot of people go through in this area, and go from there and tell their stories, and people can listen to that story and get inspired to either better themselves or say, hey, someone else has been through it, I understand what they're going through, and they came out the other end, so I can do the same thing. So I kind of try to focus on those topics. And then we do Bangin beers, where we try to do the same thing, but we have a couple of craft beers, and then we do one where it's like things that were cool in high school. So movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, like all nerdy stuff. And then we do a pro wrestling show, we cover pro wrestling. Yeah, so I do 4 different shows.
Well, it's kind of cool that, you know, you bring it. The best part of it for me, if you're doing this, is bringing the people together.
Yeah.
You know, that's the coolest part about the whole thing.
I like anyone can come in and sit down and talk, and we can just have and show that 2 complete strangers can have a conversation and enjoy each other's company and learn about each other.
Maybe Washington, D.C. can take an example from us, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The people in power that I feel that use the media to separate each other, whether it be race, religion, or what our value is. When we all boil each other down, we all want the same thing.
See, I'm an auto worker. I belong to the UAW now, and I've been working in Louisville, Kentucky truck plant for a long time. And I'm part of the Civil and Human Rights Committee. And we're always struggling. But it's kind of neat because at the Union Hall, even though we got different political views, we got different religious views, but we got such diversity that when we come together there, we never have a struggle because our number one thing is to be able to take care of our families, feed them, clothe them, put a roof over their head. So we have a common goal, and regardless of politics, we're able to come together and do the right thing.
Now, to speak on that note, I agree with you, because I'm a Teamster myself, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
I used to be a Teamster, I support the Teamsters over there.
Yeah, we're in the same thing, different groups, different views, diversities. I mean, I've worked in different areas. Like I know in Lancaster, even though it's an Amish dominant area, there are actually people that, you know, they respect their religions, they have their hair longer, they have beards. But normally in situations like that, especially with UPS, they don't have that, which is really cool. In respect that they have it so diverse that they respect it, and it just rolls with it. Nobody has no gripes, or no one says, oh, this person's like this or that or the other. It's all one brotherhood.
Well, one of the things about unionism that teaches me, and for me anyways, is I don't have to agree with you, but it makes me appreciate, makes me think. You know, and when I did my podcast, one of my mottos was, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just here to help you think. That's it. You know, and, but I can appreciate our differences. I don't have to agree with them. I don't even have to like them.
Right.
But I understand.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem with the media today. See, the problem with the media today is that they're selling opinions versus a thought. There's nothing wrong with the thought that I might have a different thought on a certain subject than you do. You might have a different perspective of a subject than I do, but that's our perspective. The problem is nowadays, instead of giving the facts, we're giving the perspective. We're trying to be manipulated by the media of, hey, this is how it is, and you should feel this way.
The propaganda machine is so big that Goebbels would have been proud of that.
You know, you look at, and not to talk politics, now we're going to talk politics, is now on there. Am I allowed? I'm good? So as long as everyone stays civil, I'm cool. Yeah, the fact is, I think they will. 10 years ago, nobody gave a rat's ass who lost the election. We all moved forward as a collective group. Right. But we also didn't have a media bashing a single individual. Now, I'm not saying Trump's good or bad. I don't give a rat's ass. But the problem isn't Trump. It isn't politics. It's the media right now.
It's the spin. The spin. But see, that's the thing that sells today. Is the spin.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
it's all market share. So.
Right. Because there's so many. Because the world is so small now. You know, you can get news from Croatia, from Japan, instantly right to your PC. So you gotta sell the sizzle, and that's what they're doing to the American public. They're selling the sizzle. They're taking stories that they can use to get you to click. Clickbait. It's a clickbait, right? It's clickbait. So they sensationalize everything and sway an opinion to lower the natural follower.
But see, I'll give an example. This event, for example, that you started, you know, I guarantee you that amongst all these people, we have at least 10 or 10 different political views. Probably have a lot of religious differences.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the problem.
But what
when
are we
did
doing?
it become a problem? Why did it become a problem? It's just recently, in the past decade, that difference of political views have become this big social event when they're really not. I mean, they're not that big of a deal.
Some of my best friends are all people that have polar opposite beliefs of what I do on every major topic on the planet. And you know what? I know at the end of the day that may be his views and his opinions, and I respect him for that. But at the end of the day, we all want to go home. We want to make a buck. We want to support our families, and we want to live our everyday lives.
And drink a good beer, and drink and have a good cigar.
Drink good beer and have a good conversation. Right?
That's the blueberry, right?
Amen, brother. Amen.
The key lime.
So, you know, that's the problem, is that nobody can have civil conversations about in-depth subjects anymore. It seems we've as a society, we've turned into a people that, when we start talking about the deeper issues, the stuff that makes sense, that we should talk about, we've lost our ability, our humanity.
You know what? I like humor a lot. And every morning when I wake up and I look in the mirror, there's some funny shit coming out of there all the time. So, I'm an equal opportunity offender.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you don't get offended.
Yeah, no, but see, but if I did get offended, that's my problem, not yours.
Exactly. It's not the person who's offending you's problem if you're offended. Now, there are some things that are offensive, but when did we have to start catering to every individual on the planet? We can't.
Yeah.
Listen, if you, however you want to live your life, that does not affect me at all. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to put my head on my pillow at night. And however you want to live your life does not bother me in the least. Live your life, have fun with it.
Exactly.
Well, you only got one life to live. Live it to the fullest.
Unless you're not harming me and my family, I don't care.
Right.
And if you are and you feel like you're in the right, then we should have a civil conversation on why I think you're doing what you're doing and you're doing what you're doing, and let's meet in the middle.
That's why I think you know, this generation, the newer generation, they kind of have it and they don't have it in a sense. The newer generation, they're great because they really don't give a shit.
Well, I think there's a generation in between that generation. You have to.
I don't know. I disagree. I mean, I believe that they do care. I think they just don't have enough information to know what they're caring about,
and
to actually have substance to it.
And they've been raised on fear for a long time.
Right. They're also
programmed on fear. Like like when I grew up, and probably when you grew up, every park in town was filled with kids enjoying themselves.
Yes.
You drive by a park now, and it's empty because parents are think that if they let their kid go out, that there's a group of creepy people that are going to kidnap and murder their kids. And that's not happening at any more of an alarming rate than it was 13 years or 30 years or 40 years ago.
It's happening less.
It's probably happening less, but we're raising people on fear. Ben, you want to sit down? Oh, okay.
Well, think of it this way. I mean, you're right. I mean, what time did we go home when we went out? When the street lights went on. And if you did something wrong, you got smacked in the rear about it. You got smacked. That's the way it is.
And if the neighbor smacked you, you got smacked.
And you got double.
Right. And if a teacher hit you, you hope that teacher didn't tell your parents.
Justify it.
Well, no, didn't tell your parents.
That's where I may be different. I think discipline is one thing, but I think wiring someone's brain like a dog. If you wire someone's brain or something's brain to think that if you do something wrong, violence is going to concur to that, I'm not.
Well, there's a difference between violence and discipline.
Yeah,
There's a big difference.
A big difference.
Yeah.
We went too far.
Maybe a smack on the head or a smack in the butt, but if you're close fisting hitting your kid in the head and the head,
No. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. We went too far to one side.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. It's wrong to beat the living crap out of your kid, but it's right to smack him with a belt.
Now, example. I come from a product of where my father was raised by someone who had an iron fist and would hit and punch and do what he had to do.
Same thing here.
My father, I can count on one hand how many times that he got to the point where he had to lay a hand on me. But the disappointment of me letting my dad down hurt more than any beating I would have ever gotten.
Right. And the pain of them beating you hurt them worse than them beating you.
Because my dad had a conversation with me telling me, I could be like my father and I can kick the shit out of you and I can beat you till you're bloody. But I don't want to be that person. Let's have a conversation about it. Right. And that's how I was raised. And I think that could be something for other. But you know what I mean.
But that went too far to let's just talk about it and let's avoid the, because there's pain on both sides.
Enabling is the biggest thing.
Because people avoid pain.
Yeah.
And it hurt the person, the parent who had the discipline. It also hurt the child. But I guarantee it hurt the parent more than it hurt that child. But the lesson that child learned.
First time I got hit by my dad, he got emotional because he didn't want to do it.
Right.
But then you do, but you learn right there and then two things. One, you didn't push the button for him to get to that point. Two, you didn't have to do that again.
Or if I made a mistake, I would openly go to him and say, I made a mistake. How can we fix it?
Right. So a beating.
Not a beating, a whooping, just a whooping.
Yeah, but I don't know. A really tall, 6 foot redhead with fucking heels and a whip. I don't know. I
agree with that. But where he's coming from is there's a difference between disciplining somebody and abusing someone.
Exactly.
And the thing is, everybody trying to put it all into one. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But now here's the problem. Now you got, younger generations. All right, I'm a little older, but what the hell? But they get to the point where they're doing things that in a million years you wouldn't do to your parents.
Oh yeah,
right,
right. And then you get to a situation where now they want to be your friend than a parent, and you can't do that. There's a difference between the two.
I would see that's where I would kind of disagree because I would say I wasn't raised with an iron fist. I was raised by a parent who was also my friend that I could go and have a conversation with.
But they're a parent first.
Yes.
My daughter, listen, I got 2 girls, so I couldn't really lay a hand on them. And I even promised my wife, you can't lay a hand on them. She knows I have a firm hand. But I can tell you, when they were younger, when I worked in Philadelphia, I came back home one day, and wife's cooking dinner, kids are acting up. She's asking 3 times, kindly, knock it off. And I'm at the dinner table, and I'm like, last thing I want to hear is nonsense going on there, going at it. I got mad, and I had a big country table. And I got mad, I smacked it, and I cracked, like I said, enough. I put a crack in the table. And I looked at them, and they're like, that could be your behind.
Right.
When your mom tells you, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Stop. You don't want your mom to get upset because then it transcends to me.
Yeah.
Now, my wife, we get along great. We love each other to death, but we're polar opposites. She's the kind and nurturing person.
Passive.
Right.
I wouldn't go as far as saying passive. I would say she's just very nurturing and very loving. Me, I was the bad guy. I was a disciplinarian. But for me, and even on the block where I lived on, the kids knew they did something wrong. I'm an old school military guy. Your feet are on the end table or it's on the chair. You're in front leaning the rest doing push-ups by my count. I go down, you go down, up, I leave you in up position. That's it. And they end up, I'll never do it again. And I sit there and I said, I do. I said, look, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But you didn't give me a choice. But 2 things are going to happen. And it's comedic in a sense, because I told him, I said, look, we're either never do it again, and we're going to get along great, or I'll never have to worry about boys messing with you, because you're going to have the strongest arms on the planet. You're going to knock them out. My wife got upset at first because she understood. And I looked at her one day and I said, look, I can go the other way and swat him. And she's like, you know what, you're right.
But here's the thing, too. As I've gotten older, I have 5 children altogether. And I'm also ex-military, so I used to have a cookie-cutter approach to discipline. As I've gotten older, the children are all different.
Well,
so they got different disciplinary needs as well as nurturing needs.
There's a way.
Some need more
There's a different way you
attention.
got to handle.
Some need more hugs. Some need more. Some even need more labeling.
And honestly, that stems to that as a society now, we're learning that everyone has a different breaking point and a different person. Like, as someone who coached kids for a long time, me growing up, I was the type of kid that if you challenged me with aggression or violence, I responded with violence and aggression.
Yeah, you gotta respect.
I didn't care if you were my grandmother, if you were my uncle, if you were my aunt. If you hit me, I was going to get big enough that one day I was going to hit you back.
Well, here's the thing.
But if you talk to me as a human, I would have a conversation with you. I just respond, and that's everyone has a different responding point. Just like everyone has a different way of learning, and everyone has a different way of
yeah, but there's baselines. There's baselines.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. There's baselines to everything. In other words, there's like probably 4 or 5 different personality types out there, right?
You can beat your kid into becoming the biggest bully of school.
Yeah.
You think you're disciplining your kid, but he's going to school and he's kicking the shit out of every
Agreed.
kid.
Take it out on somebody.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed. But here's the thing. Today, with the way we get news and the way we get media, the way we get everything fed to us, is no matter what idea you can come up with, you can find a couple of crazy supporters to foster that idea and make you think that what you're thinking is something good.
Yeah.
All right? It's not. You know what I mean? Just because you can, like if I stood out there and said, hey, the whales they're like abusing the whales. And I stood there long enough, I could find other followers who would say, hey, the whales.
I like whales too.
I like whales too, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think this is what happened, and to jump back in political, because it's all, right now, people are being fed.
The people in power.
Well, here's the thing, but here's the scary part. All right? The scary part is I got a call from a political phone call. I'm like, hey, hello, it's a political survey. And one of the questions is legitimately, do you favor socialism or do you favor capitalism? That scared the shit out of me.
But there's a distinct difference between the two.
There is.
There is literally a distinct difference.
But there's
democracy has socialism in it.
Yes.
It does.
There is a gray area and there is a in between. But once again, if you go
socialism, total democracy, or total communism equals the same thing.
Total democracy is communism.
It's fucked up, right?
Yeah, but at least in a capitalistic society, you have the chance. Everyone has the same chance. Now, the only way you can go to a socialistic society is with a perfect ruler. What these people don't understand is this is my thing on the generation that's being sold that they're owed something. They're entitled.
Yeah, I agree.
Entitled, right?
The biggest problem is that they don't understand that this is not a democracy. We're a republic.
Exactly. We are
We're a democratic republic. There's a big difference.
Right.
And that we're not united, we're all sovereign.
Exactly.
With the exception of 6 states which are all commonwealth, but every other state is sovereign. But they don't teach you that. You're not made aware of that, and they don't want that to be known. But if you look at each constitution of each state, which there is, which no one even knows that.
Exactly. Each state is run different.
Right. But it's either a sovereign republic or it's a commonwealth. And there's distinct differences of what they are.
Exactly. Just like the only town in Pennsylvania is Bloomsburg. You know what I mean? Like there are no other towns.
And that's the powers that be have.
But the thing is this.
Division.
All right.
Even the division.
The
is how they
powers
keep
that be.
control.
We throw that statement out all the time. The powers that be. Who are the powers?
Look, at the end of the day.
But that's what the problem is. They forgot what the powers be because technically.
I don't know. We're in a deep conversation now about this.
You gotta get back to work. Bree,
all right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of hijacked your.
I got him out. Bree, you let me know. I'll kick him out.
Never mess with the people that have control over the food.
He knew he was in trouble.
All of a sudden the head goes down like a puppy.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go back.
Nevertheless, man, I gotta go too.
Thank you so much for sitting down.
I've been looking at the podcast.
Thank you. Here, take. This is where you can find us everywhere.
I will look for you.
And then here's. Take them posters.
Let's get back to beer.
I will look for you and maybe
she's already gone,
so we can be on mine.
Absolutely, we'll work something out.
Be well, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for sitting down and talking.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, Hunter. Thank you so much.
Take care, brother. You good?
Union.
Yeah.
Union. Socialist Council.
When's the
Democrat.
show tonight? The wrestling show.
It's in Reading. It's like it starts at 7. It's gonna be a tight window for us, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do.
So you don't even know?
I don't even know yet. Yeah. I mean, if you really want to go, I'll figure something out. I really want to go because Header's defending his title tonight, or he's going for his title back tonight. Yeah. But it's in Reading. If you look on online and you go search Outbreak Wrestling, you'll find the event and the directions and time and everything. There's a chance that after we clean up and take them back to Monty City, we will probably be there.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about it before. Now I'm kind of like, it would be pretty fun.
Sit down. Yeah. Sit down here. Sit down. All right. Did you get a coaster yet?
Yeah, no. I've got to get mine.
There's the last 2. Last 2 are gone. Coasters are gone.
Let's talk about beer, brother.
All right, well, introduce yourself.
What's up, Bangin Bears?
Yeah, let everybody know who you are.
This is J.I. coming to you live, maybe.
No, this is not live.
Simulcast.
Yeah, let's say that.
We'll be edited out shortly.
Yeah. How you enjoying Brewfest so far?
Oh man, I love it. I've got a belly full of beer. I got streamer sauce on my fingers. Good to go, yeah.
What was your favorite beer so far today?
See, therein lies the problem with beer festivals.
It's hard to pick one.
Well, they need like a punch card or something.
Can you get me one as well?
Like, I'd love if they had a punch card, right? Where I could, because there's so many breweries you never even heard of.
Yes.
And you're coming in, and by the time you get the beer half drank, you're like, oh, I forgot what that place was called.
Yeah.
This is really good. But, yeah. But I've been drinking a lot of sours today. I don't normally get down with those. And, that's really good. I had some really solid sours today.
Engling's been hooking me up all day today.
Of course.
So I knew I should have grabbed one of them.
Funny you mention about breweries. There's a brewery that's right down here that literally, the apartment where I lived in 20 years ago, they're putting a brewery there. I laughed my tail off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So, all right. Without saying a favorite, what are some that caught your eye today? You have any?
Again, I was with the Scout.
Stouts? Yeah.
Yeah, not Scout's Brewery. There was Scout that's down here.
Oh.
Cut Scout out, cut Start, and Sweetheart, Your Heart. Yeah.
Kickstart Heart. There's a lot of sours that I'm not a fan of sours, and after today I was like, man, they are really good beers.
That's how I'm at. Yeah, I had a key lime.
That one I gave you, the
high
same
sour,
stuff?
something like that.
That's that Jonerstown. They just started like last year.
What was the name of the beer we had?
I don't remember, but it's not on here. It's not on there.
That's the problem I had because there's so many beers like you
or
had.
something like that.
I drank just about every beer they had from every vendor, to be fair.
But I had
and
the
you're right,
Samoa
sours
and
everything else that was out there.
They have Girl Scout cookies.
I
had
the Samoa one.
Yeah, well, I had that one, the one below it, and the one on the bottom. That was the one you drank. And it's like there's so much going on in this that beer you tasted. It's like holy shit. And that actually got my vote just because it's a young brewery. But
fat stock and bag.
I was impressed with it.
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
I doubted it 2 guys.
This is the one you let me try. What was the name of the brewery again?
Wolf. Sitting there, I was reading like, wow.
The Jonerstown.
You have more food.
I'm trying to find here.
Sit down, one of you. Heidi, sit down.
On camera?
Yeah, on
You want me to
camera.
sit on camera and eat?
No, I don't want you to eat.
One
One second, guys.
That was so good.
We're gonna have
That's
a
on Scoop Series too.
It's because you guys are getting picked up real
Here
quick.
it is.
So
the one they had was a Kickstarter bar, which was sour. You're talking about. That was really good. And then the other one they had was.
All right, so you have had all the food that's been available today. What are some of the vendors that caught your attention?
Unfriendly Belly.
Unfriendly Belly.
Yes, and it's called Masubi. Masubi. I think it's Masubi, and it's Hawaiian snacks.
Okay.
So I've had spam sushi.
You want to hang out? Go ahead. You talk about food with her. You guys are the food.
It was spam sushi, and it was good.
All of them. I put it on Untapped to rate them.
Try it too, which is amazing.
Did he like it?
If they had a punch card, I wish they had a punch card.
He was sarcastic.
Where I could keep
Spam
track,
with
you know.
rice and whatever.
Yeah, I think he said he liked it when I talked to him. I had the mac and cheese with pulled pork. I don't remember what is it? Piggy. Air piggy. That was good.
Abomination too.
The bacon on a stick was good.
Yeah,
What
Abomination
did you have?
always has some solid ones every year.
I
Oh,
had
yeah, they
the
come
bacon
strong. I mean,
from
they
that.
What was the Rotunda one? They had a
Place was
sour.
there
I think,
before, I
that
forget
had.
the name.
Naja? I think it's Naja.
Okay. But,
Yeah, that was the one with guava, the pink guava.
that was all right.
Yeah,
That was the scoop you.
that was a scoop.
Yeah, Naja.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tasty.
Scoop me.
The rogue popcorn was pretty good. They had a
tasted-
cheeseburger popcorn.
I tasted the chocolate
trying to hit all
popcorn.
Chocolate pretzel, yeah.
Yeah, from and that
Yeah, I
was
tried
good.
that
That was
myself.
good.
I saw it. I didn't try the
So many I
cheeseburger
tried.
popcorn.
Yeah, I tried it. It was good. It tasted like
Then
cheeseburgers.
there was something I
Okay.
tried that I was kind of upset with.
I didn't like the guy's outfit. That
Yeah,
was-
that
Yeah,
was
cheeseburger
sour.
had,
figured
yeah.
just knock it
I
out
liked
of the
it.
park, but I was
What else
really-
did I
used
try?
to
I tried
like
some
it.
pickles.
It just was short, and I was really.
I was
Yeah, I
years
was
ago, but
What
I
was
didn't.
it?
know what
I
you're saying.
can't
I
remember
don't
what
know
it was
if it's going
called.
but
The
I
one that I
used to,
tried, it had like
I used to live near one of these breweries. And
Old Bay and
when they were
something.
just kind of coming up, and there were some
It was good,
really
though.
solid experimental
It wasn't really
beers,
spicy or
and
anything.
It was
It was
just
good.
nothing doing, you know, or it was like slim
I'm
picking.
probably
I
gonna
only
go.
tried that one.
Hey, we got
Still
this
there,
one.
I'm
It's
gonna go back.
called.
5:30, 5:30.
Okay, that's all right.
All right, we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, just Yingling needed help real quick.
So I'm still trying to find that beer.
All right, so food-wise,
Like the Dead on the Moon.
Oh my God, thank
It
you.
was really good. It was nothing I expected it to be. Anyway, I tasted it, blew me away. I was really impressed. That was something I'm going to get out, and I just want to keep it on.
All right.
Let me know what that is. I want to-
So, do you mind if we boot you for a second?
That's fine. I got things to eat.
On the side, yeah.
All right, so you guys want to sit down? Come on in.
Get up.
That's our cue to get out, I guess.
No, because you haven't really talked yet, so we're going to try to get some people. We're trying to have one conversation going. All right, I'm going to do that.
We'll try to make it all about beer, sorry.
Yeah, no, it can be about anything.
Do you mind if I sit back there?
No, 100%. Sit down. What's up? We've had you on the show before.
Absolutely.
Anyone else want to sit down? You want to sit down?
Zach.
Are you sure? Come talk about beer. Tell me what you like today.
Here's my brother Zach.
Oh, how you doing, brother?
This is Tony.
I already like you. I'm a Blink-182 fan.
Nice.
Are you sure you don't want to join in? He's been here all day. I'll boot him.
Yeah, I'll do.
And you guys want to sit down and talk about some beers? You want to sit down and talk about some beers? Podcast?
Yeah, I'll sit down.
Oh, get over here.
I like his attitude.
Fuck yeah. Beer is really good.
Is that your coaster?
Yeah.
I'll take that with you. I only have stickers left, so you can have a sticker for hanging out with us.
Word. All right.
Check us out on YouTube. It's under, you just type in Bangin Beers Podcast, we'll pop right up on Facebook, the whole nine. All right, so you guys have been here all day. I mean, you've had some beers with us. He's part of a local band, Faith in Exile, and the Hands Resist. Really good band. Oh, they're on the table. There they are. So they were on our show before. We had a really good time. I hope you had a really good time.
Oh, it was a blast.
All right.
It's a blast.
So, beer-wise, what do you guys? What has everyone tried today that you enjoyed? We'll do this. We'll give him this one, and we'll share.
We got a lot of good stouts that came out today, and I wasn't really paying attention to where I was getting the stout from.
Yeah. It just blends. You just walk and drink.
Yeah. But Wolf has a good one.
Did you vote for your favorite beer today?
I haven't, but I'm going to put my red bottle cap in for Tattered Flag.
Tattered Flag.
Yeah.
They are my number 2. What about you? What did you vote for today?
You know, I was really hitting the sours hard today. I love the sours.
Yeah.
And I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I was hitting sours today really hard too. Something I normally don't get down with. There's so many, and I just had like hop overload. I just want to try something. So I was drinking stouts all day. Sours, which are like the opposite end of the spectrum. But such good sours.
There's a vanilla porter I had too. That was fantastic.
We're right next door. So
I think I had that one.
It
Way
was
down at the end.
down towards the end, yeah. I can't remember what it was.
See, this is the problem with these things. You never remember the brewery.
Yeah.
I'm saying you need like a punch card or something.
Yeah, that would be a good
They
idea.
do have punch cards.
That's the Higgins
They have punch cards?
Yeah. Or bring a pen.
Is it down towards the end?
The Higgins one.
She's fun.
That might be it.
What up?
I'm sure.
So yeah, my vote this year went to Wolf.
The Wolf was good. Yeah,
So
sure.
I don't like key lime pie.
Yo,
And I don't like sours, but I tried their beer and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I like how do you know?
That was the first one. Dave actually told me about that.
Yeah.
Derek don't make whack beer, man. He's
Now you're from Harrisburg.
Yeah.
All right, so I actually did a live show in Harrisburg. So I've been working
kind of with like my little brother. His name's Craig Evans.
Yeah.
He does a lot of shows at HMAC in Harrisburg.
Yeah, I live right around the corner.
He does a lot of like hip hop, R&B, like rap shows.
Yeah.
I met a lot of artists in Harrisburg, like like Scoop Shakur, and a lot of really like heavy hitters out there who've been on our show. And Harrisburg has a cool little music scene going on.
Yeah, we out there. I'm the head brewer at Harris Family Brewery in Harrisburg. So we're making our stamp in Harrisburg, and Harrisburg is doing a lot for that type of culture and also for the craft beer culture.
Harrisburg had one of the earliest and best brew fests ever. They used to have that great. They still have it, right?
Yeah, they do. Down at 400. Yeah. They do that. As a matter of fact,
that's one of the first brew fests I ever went to. I'm gonna kill it.
Phenomenal. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there this year. We ain't doing nothing but selling T-shirts and nothing like that because my brewery's not open yet. But we'll be there doing other stuff.
Awesome. And what are some of the things you guys work on, like beer-wise? What are some of your go-tos?
I like to make brown ales. I like to make heffies. I like to do a lot of different stuff with ambers. Like I make IPAs, but like we were talking about earlier, everybody's doing IPAs and we just get IPA'd out. Yeah. So I want to just do some creative stuff with different types of adjuncts and do brown ales that taste different. You know what I mean? Brown ales that look different. Pilsners that taste and look different.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm about over here.
Since you guys came down here and you've tried different breweries, is there a brewery that you've tried that you're like, I've never heard of before, and after today, man, they're on my radar. Is there anyone that caught your attention? Jonerstown.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
You had that white IPA or whatever?
Is that the one with the Girl Scout
Samoa
cookies?
Yes.
I can't remember.
I told you Jonerstown was going to be a hit.
Yeah.
It just took a little word of mouth to get it there.
Yeah. What about you?
Zango IPA was where it was.
Yeah. And he brought one over that was on the list. That was really
The
good.
one very bottom, I forget what it was. The flowery.
Chris Spickets,
Yes.
their collab beer,
That had
the one that's in there for the title.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yes.
What about you? Was there anything that caught your attention?
Man,
I
there's
think it's
so
Summer
many.
Friends. They had the.
But I really think that key lime,
Key lime pie.
That was my chip.
man, that might be my chip.
I don't like key lime pie and I don't like sours.
You
so
were all over Tattered Flag in the beginning.
I was. Tattered Fly was amazing. But if you're gonna give me two flavors that I know I'm not gonna like, and you make me enjoy it, you're getting my vote.
So fucking.
Yeah.
And anybody else have a considerable vote that's the same with anybody else? Tattered Flag, Wolf.
I think Rotunda
I
killed it
voted with
again.
him.
Rotunda won last year. I think Rotunda killed it again.
Rotunda.
Rotunda's
Who's that?
lava
That
block.
Jonas. That Jonas.
Yeah.
Even their mystery beer, when nobody knows what's in it, is strawberry something. The mystery beer, only the brewmaster knows what's in it. It's strawberry something, but nobody knows what's in it.
So for me, Rotunda always kills it. Abomination always kills it.
Abomination Sour was great.
They're amazing. They're awesome. Like I said, Jonerstown really caught my attention. I'm a fan of Wolf after today.
Wolf was.
Where are they out of?
Harrisburg. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say Snitz. Snitz is way out.
Yeah. I mean, you have some of the ones that you can get regular around here. Obviously, Yingling, Trogs, Rusty Rail. There's a few on the list, but I mean, there's like my favorite.
I'm disappointed that they're not here. Rusty Rail.
Who's that? They are. They're at the very end.
I think they're down towards
Very end. They have two on tap. They have Fog Monster and they have.
I think it's on this side.
No, it's on the other side. It's on this side.
All right, I'll catch them on the way back.
Very end. So yeah, you can get those there. But to this Brewfest, it's kind of funny because the people who run the Brewfest, the Budwashers and Deppen, they're very big pro wrestling fans.
Fog Monster, Wolf King Warrior.
Wolf King Warrior. So they're big wrestling fans. So when you go to an independent wrestling show, you find a lot of guys who can be professional wrestlers, and you go to the show like they're fucking talented. And that's kind of like this Brewfest. These are mom and pop places. Like some of these breweries are still brewing out of their garage, and they make just as good as beer as people that are on top of the game.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about it. You could be such a small nobody and still make something that blows a big brewing company out of it.
What's going on, buddy?
That's really cool, man. You know?
Them dudes is why
Deppen
we're
was
here.
out west.
They came to Harrisburg and they personally invited us to make sure that we came to this brew festival. So they're the reason that we're here.
Yeah. Are you gonna be here next year?
Probably. This is dope.
Awesome.
Deppen was out west.
And you're called
Wrestled the
Crafty.
show.
No, it's Harris Family Brewery. Crafty is just like a.
So Harris Family Brewery.
Yep.
Do you guys have Facebook pages, stuff like that?
Harris Family Brewery. At Harris Family Brewery on Instagram, Harris Family Brewery on Facebook, HF Brewery _ on Twitter.
All right, I like to get out to Harrisburg. So how many beers do you have going on right now?
None, because we're not open yet. We'll be
Okay.
open. We'll be open in December, and when I come out, I'm going to have 4, and I'm going to have 4 that I do all the time, and I'm going to.
So here's what I propose to you. When you get your 4 beers, you got ready to go. You have my information.
Yep.
Hit me up, and we will bring everything that we have to you, and we'll feature all 4 of your beers, and we'll sit down and talk about it and go through the whole process.
I love it.
Let's do it.
I love it. Let's do that.
All right, man.
Word, man.
Thank you so much.
Good to meet you.
What's that?
Cheesefoot come.
Cheesefoot can come.
I might come too. So,
Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out.
Deppin was just out west. He wrestled the show.
Thank you so
and
much.
went somewhere to a brewery. His favorite brewer shook his head because he's a fan of his.
Dude, that's the thing. So my biggest thing with this podcast is just I'm a podcast. I support bands. I support artists. I don't care what you do.
Everything.
If you do something, I'm showing that support. And that's my favorite thing about here. They may be a tent across from each other. They'll go over and try each other's thing and be like, dude, I enjoy what you're into. This is cool. So real quick, a recap. Had you on, we've had Cheesefoot on, and we've had you on.
Yeah.
We have 3 returning guests on Brewfest.
Yeah, this is true.
This is awesome. And you drove really far to get here.
I did.
Yeah.
I drove far again to be here at Brewfest.
So if you haven't watched his episode, we actually tried to develop film in beer.
Oh,
it was fucking.
Yeah, I think
I told you about that.
you told me about that word. Yeah,
it was awesome. It didn't come out because the film.
happens.
Yeah, I didn't. Basically, what happened was I didn't heat up the developer. You have to heat the beer up to a certain temperature so that it like activates with the film, and I didn't heat it up. So if I were to take the beer and stick it in the microwave and then try it, it'd probably work out better.
Yeah. So what you could do is you can go and get a thermometer from Brady, and then you can heat the beer up, and then we can try it again.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got to practice with it a little bit, but I will do it.
Round 2.
That's true.
Everyone who comes
around too.
Anybody that comes back, that's got to be round 2.
Yeah, so once you come on my show, it's not like you're never allowed on again. I encourage repeat guests.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
We'll try it again.
Yeah. It was so much fun. It was like I kept saying, like, this is the most scientific episode we've ever fucking
It was
done.
pretty scientific.
Where's
It's foamed
Bill
up and
Nye?
everything.
Yeah.
Where's Bill Nye?
It was like a Bill Nye episode with beer. It was awesome.
Dude, I yelled at him to make him do that.
I
He was like,
appreciate you
listen,
did.
he's like, look, I'm going to show up and be like, here's the beer, here's what film looks like. I'm like, Dave, if you don't fucking develop film on there, I'm going to be so mad at you.
So here's the
like,
funny
you
thing.
show up and you're like, yeah, I could totally do this. And you don't do it, they're going to be so
By the
mad.
way, I'm sure Wolf kicked their key lime because the last time I was down there, they said they were almost out.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it
hope
was a
they-
good beer.
I hope they did. So here's my thing. So I love when people come on the show that's never done it before because I love that dynamic. It's harder with the band because there's more people, so it's hard to read everybody. But like a one-on-one interview, it's amazing. So you sit down, like you, I was watching the whole time. So I was like, they're fucking nervous, right?
Oh,
so,
I was terrified.
So they get like a little bit of shake and they touch the table a lot or they do like a thing. And then like halfway through, they're just like, you can see like their shoulders like, oh. And then they have fun. And that's my favorite part from then on because they're like, oh. You get loosey-goosey.
Yeah,
like,
it's different.
Yeah.
By the way, he wants to do something right up your alley as to live streaming video games.
Totally in.
We've been talking about it. Hey, buddy.
Oh, a video game one?
Really good.
The deli channel is a little bit down right now, but we'll be back.
Come here. I want to talk to you.
Are you getting more?
Did you get over to the hot sauce guy?
He's going to come to me.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
Are you getting?
I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, Cody.
You know, drink some more.
So this is Ed Bernard in here. You're on camera. It's hard to see your face. But you want to give a little, hey, give a little wave? How you doing? So Ed, I've known Ed for a long time, Monty City guy.
Exactly.
His son was the first person ever to buy one of our podcast merchandise. When I made shirts, his son was the first one. Yep.
Then he came up to me and asked me for the money for that.
Yeah. So thank you. Ed bought my
roasted.
first shirt.
Why do you not have them here?
Because I make him the order. Because I'm broke, and so I was like, oh, I want this shirt.
One shirt at a time.
Yeah, it's
right.
literally how I do it. Because it costs me a lot of money to do what I'm doing now. Yeah. But yeah, if anyone ever wants a shirt, let me know. I'll get you made right away for you.
I got some Cheesefoot shirts working for the next couple of shows I got coming up.
We could do
It's gonna
a
say,
shirt
that
trade.
Cheesefoot guy is hilarious, and that's it. It's going to be the whole shirt. It's going to say that Cheesefoot guy is hilarious.
We'll do a shirt trade.
That's awesome.
I'm about it.
It's gonna be like a fancy strip too.
No.
So what
it's
if-
going to be boring as fuck. It's going to be like the most boring shirt you've ever seen. I think that makes it. Way
Craig, you want to sit down?
That'd be awesome.
This is like my friend table here. This is like everyone I love is here right now.
Oh, what's up, boys?
What's going on? Craig, fun fact, behind the scenes thing, I asked Craig to be part of things that weren't cool in high school, but he's a busy man.
He's not a busy man. He's scared.
I didn't want to say it. You said it. He's afraid to get on camera. So maybe this is like your introduction that we can get you on more.
It might be.
Yeah.
He's got a joke every time I die shirt on.
Yeah, and he's very
awesome.
he's my he would be my PlayStation guy to counteract my Xbox.
What did you think of Trainwreck? That was days gone.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I like it now. They just released patch 1.08.
You need to come on the show and we'll talk about it.
And finally, this game, a month after it was released, is finally playable.
All right.
I mean, how do you?
Go ahead.
I don't know how they get away with it.
We're way over Ed's head.
I'm like, well, okay, it's 2019. It's the age of you don't have to release a playable game. You don't have to anymore.
That game was already delayed by 2 months.
Back when you played video games, what you bought was it.
Right.
Now they update them to make them better.
Oh, so when you're playing,
Thank you, EA.
You don't have to buy another.
Shout out,
No,
EA.
sometimes. So let's go back to beer real quick, and we'll say that. That was your introduction. You're gonna come on Bangin Beers now.
Yes,
I mean, you're gonna come on things that work hard. So beer-wise, guys, what have you had that you're into?
I don't know. You know,
There's so many cans of Chesterfield laying everywhere.
One of the funniest things, though, you Not take a Lord walk. Chesterfield. Well, you take a walk down. You know, I'm taking a walk down. Don't get me wrong, And I be love it. truthful with them, right? And I'm asking these guys, give me your best, right? And they're giving me the stouts. They're giving me, and I know they're not the ones that they're pushing, right? They're not the ones. Their IPAs are the one they're pushing. The IPAs are the
Fun fact, a lot of breweries, though, are sick of making IPAs because for the longest time, IPAs were the standard.
That's all anybody wanted for the last 3 years.
That's me.
Right.
That's me.
Well, is that the thing? Like the beers just run through a trend like anything Well, else? Is that what it is?
depends, because if you make a
Sours
good
are the
IPA,
current trend, for
if
sure.
you make
They
a
are.
good
There's a lot of them here.
Yeah.
you can hang.
Yeah.
And a lot of the IPA, and it's tough to make a good IPA.
Yeah.
Well, I will
And-
say that's who I dropped in.
But-
I dropped in on Tatter Flag Sour there. It was delicious.
It was amazing.
It was delicious.
That was my runner-up for the chip today. So who did you put your chip in?
I didn't put it in.
That was my chip.
Oh.
You gave it Tatter Flag?
That was my chip.
I'm waiting.
You better vote soon. They're going to give the champion.
I'm waiting.
You got your
I'm gonna take that chip home and I'm gonna be the winner.
You're the champ.
I'm the winner. I'm the winner today.
I'm gonna wait until my palate is absolutely completely destroyed, and then I'm gonna vote on a beer.
Once I know that, I'm all several times. So I tried Tattered first, and I was like, okay, am I just kind of sucked in because it's my first beer of the day, and it was so delicious. Like every profile that they named was in that beer. You tasted the blueberry, the graham cracker, like the.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, delicious,
Well, they had a
amazing.
strong competitor, not 2-3 tenths down.
Wolf.
That did the Wolf.
The key lime
beer.
pie.
Or no, it
That
was the
was a good
blueberry,
one.
the key lime pie.
That was my vote.
Fantastic.
That was my vote.
That was
fantastic.
So for
that
me,
was a family favorite.
Yeah.
And he was pushing me to drop it in. I'm not. I want to go down, come back up.
That was the only one
you
that
gotta go.
pushed me to
Get out of
leave
here and
my,
go vote.
Right.
My thing in there. They
Go
asked me.
vote,
Go vote.
Here. Thank you.
Here, come here. Get a little yingling in you.
All right, thank you, my man.
They got a golden pills behind the.
Yeah, if you need a quick refill, go.
Wolf was the only one that actually asked me to put my cap in their bucket. They said, yeah, if you want to put that in there. And I was like, this is my third beer of the day. Like, I can't be making that decision. Mine actually went to Rotunda. Because I think
I was
Rotunda might be able
defending
to do a
champs, I
back-to-back.
believe.
Yeah.
Defending champs.
Yeah,
Yo,
they
I'll
might
tell you
be
what.
able to pull
Everyone.
back-to-back.
Is that the one that they had a different beer every hour or whatever?
No,
that was
Pill.
Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's the guys.
That's good. They were good.
The Rotunda
How about
are.
how
You know
about
who
that?
they are? They're the Budwash.
I'm
Yeah,
a
they're the
sour
ones.
sweet guy.
So the guys who
I
did
mean,
that
sour
beer,
wheat.
that was the guys who run this whole thing.
That's their brewery.
Art down that.
What, the
Last
Rotunda?
name is
Yeah.
Good.
No,
Pilgrim Road.
Pilgrim City.
Pilgrim
That's
Road.
the
They're originally from Frackville and now they live in Pine Grove.
Pine Grove,
Do
yeah.
you want to hang out? Come talk
There's
to
an
us.
open chair.
We have one open chair.
If you like to sit down.
Come tell us about your favorite beers today.
It is a comfy chair.
If I could remember the name.
Well, tell
Listen,
us.
I see Dave over there, way too drunk to be walking. He needs
Come
to
tell us who
over
you
here.
voted for.
Knuckle Tats.
Knuckle Tat.
Knuckle Tats. Yeah.
Who did it?
Who did you vote for?
Union
Who did you
Brothers.
vote for the championship?
You don't mind if I
I
smoke?
kind of dropped it just because I didn't have.
Who,
No, I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
who did you vote for? If that's not too offensive.
Obama, I see it. Okay.
Blueberry. So that was Tattered Flag.
Yeah.
That was my runner-up. That was my runner-up. Listen, you didn't go wrong if you wrote. If to me, all right. So if I had to give my neck-to-neck, like split-second win race, it was Wolf, Tattered Flag, Rotunda, and I mean everyone brought their A game, but they are my 3 stickouts.
Do you have legit numbers? How many entered?
You can count them. Everyone with a championship belt next to it.
Okay. I'm 2 out of 3 with you.
1,
I did
2,
Rotunda,
3, 4,
Wolf, and Abomination.
Abomination didn't have one this year.
No,
I
they didn't.
I didn't vote for. I voted for Rotunda.
Yeah, but Abomination didn't have one.
a
Not
food
one in
series.
competition. Nope.
Whatever I drank from them was fire, though.
Yeah.
Not enough people are into IPAs.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit down and tell us why?
So I'm.
The trend is running its course.
Admit,
That's
I
the
am
thing.
very narrow in my
It is.
spectrum.
It's like
I'm an IPA guy.
I like my IPAs, I like my double IPA, I like my any.
All right, if you go out on a Friday night to the bar to have a couple of beers, what are you gonna have? Miller Lite?
A Victory Man. I like them. Sit down. It's a Victory Man.
I will go.
I will go with Yingling Lager.
No, I'll drink a Miller Lite. I'll drink 16 of them.
I'll go Keystone.
Keystone's my thing.
Dude, it's always
Let me get one.
Dude, it's always smooth.
Like, there's no shame in that, but like
I go back to the old bitter beer face commercials. I am
you're not wrong, but
Now for me, the only problem for me is if I go, since I've been drinking craft beer a while now, if I go to a bar and I'm like, all right, tonight's going to be a Keystone night because I don't want to spend much money and I want to drink a lot with a little price tag, the only problem is it takes me 458 Keystones to get drunk.
I had this discussion with a friend of mine who was here today. He was a Bush guy, you know, a lager guy. And I'm like, dude, why drink 300 or something when you can drink 5 or something?
honestly, I think that's why people do it. They want to stay out longer.
Yeah.
They want to hang out longer.
It depends my bar. Now, if I walk in a bar, I say, what's your craft selection? Now,
what?
I say, what's your craft selection? And they say, well, we don't have one. I'm like, okay, you have Yingling. And I'm like, okay, what Yingling products do you have? And if they say Chesterfield, I'm in.
And that never happens, though.
What's your class?
Unless you like.
How many bars have you gone to where you're looking at, like you're in their fridge, you're staring at it, the beer is there, and then you say to the bartender, I'll have that one, and she looks at
you like, you're the one to drink that?
Not even that, like, she's never even heard of it before.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
now,
no,
if you've noticed on the can, it says
the Chetty, and I love that.
It says Chetty.
It says Chetty on
It all started with Black and Tan, like in the
Now, you know what black and tan consists of?
Porter and
Premium. Try now if you ever go to somewhere, or you can do it at the brewery. But if you're ever at a place that has Chesterfield on tap or Porter on tap, do porter, half cheddar. There's a few, but you can do it at the brewery. But there's a few.
18 in town.
Yeah.
60-40.
Yeah.
Nothing around me that'll have that.
Yeah, do a half and half Chester and Porter, and you will never drink a black and tan ever again.
They also do a black and tan where it's harp.
I got
harp
a chair.
lager,
I got a
and
chair.
What's the other one?
I got a chair.
Guinness.
My work does a Yingling Lager and a Guinness. That's their black and tan. And it just doesn't fucking do it. What up?
What's up, buddy?
Cheese foot. Mind if I rotate you out real
That's
quick?
fine, yeah.
Come on now, Tyler. He's already been on the show. He'll give up his spot for you.
I like that they have a lot of summery beers here, though.
Yes, there's
Yeah,
a little bit
they
of
match
everything.
the season.
Yeah.
So you're not drinking like
Remember, you're live right now. So whatever you're gonna say,
he does a podcast.
it's still gonna pick it up.
Yeah, don't lean back like it's not gonna, because you're still on that shit.
You're still on
also, there's a camera.
We called you Ashley. Oh. Okay. So why would
Dude, you were talking about Keystone?
Sorry.
I'm dying.
Tony, you were talking about Keystone? I swear to God, the Cyanide Tour, we kept Keystone alive. There was nobody drinking more Keystone Light in the country than we were a day.
Keystone and Blackberry Brandy.
I drank so much at every show I
didn't know.
All right, who did you vote for today?
Kickstart My Heart.
Ooh, that was a
good beer. Me too.
But I was mad that I voted for that one because I wanted the blueberry
I'd
one.
also like,
that was like 2
I'd also like to
down.
put in a correction. It's Kick Tart.
Like my Uncle Butch.
I'm his dad's older brother. I'm the first one.
We work together.
Okay.
Unfortunately. All right, I'm sorry, I'm like dying. Give me 1 second. You guys do what you gotta do. Talk about some beers.
Are you gonna be here?
So that, yeah, I'm
I want to cough my heart.
I can't remember. It's like a white tent down there.
It's
They
right
had
over
like,
here. I had
they
it.
had like
It's
they
so
had
good. I
a
can't
sour
remember
pale
the
ale. They had
Guys, what do you wanna? Hey, you look like you, dude. You hear the new Slipknot song? What do you think?
I don't even like Slipknot, but it was good.
It was
Slipknot
fucking
is good, and it sounds like what I expected out of modern Slipknot, and I'm not mad at that. That's like a good thing.
No, like get over it. Corey can sing.
Into
Corey
that.
can sing.
I'm totally into that. Like that's not up my alley, and I'm still totally.
All right. Well, everyone's debating on the internet like who's the new member.
I can see that. Too much fun.
Chris is out.
Yeah.
The long
Well,
nose.
here's the thing. He was anybody who was in that kind of aspect of Slipknot is absolutely replaceable.
Percussion, yes.
It's
Well, I heard the
percussion,
rumor
but
that it was Joey Jordan.
just understand that he was not Joey Jordison. He was somebody banging on a drum up front. His whole job was this.
Boom,
The
boom. I'm looking
whole
real cool.
Fucking job was to wear a mask and do this. Hey, you want to see it? We're talking about Slipknot. This is like right up your alley. But his whole job was this.
I know exactly.
That's replaceable, and I totally understand.
I understand that, but I can't do it. So let's just not like
I mean-
grade it on a level. Like I don't have that kind of.
That's like I hate to bring this up, but like Mushroomhead has been doing that for 10 years. I feel like
I always liked Mushroomhead. I never liked their singer's voice. It's
Mushroomhead,
fun to
yeah,
watch. That's
they're
all
really
that.
fun
That's
to
all
watch.
that it killed it for me.
He's the only one who's like an actual member of the band.
Oh, so they
Everybody
would
else
rotate
is
people
just, hey, who can wear this mask and still?
Well, how
hit
many
a
guys
drum
did they
for
have
his
in there?
time? It depends on the week.
I have one chair.
Depends
I'm so sorry, everyone. I had. You guys settled down. Thank you. Like you guys.
Slipknot always had 9.
Yeah, but they just got a mystery member that no one
Whoever
knows.
they can have do it for however
What are we
long
talking
they
about?
can do
Slipknot.
it.
Wow,
We're
that
talking
went-
about the new
it did
Slipknot
take a
single.
turn. We went.
And how they replaced my man on the
Chris Fane
on the front drums.
So
and I'm not even telling you.
The guy
like,
that's just
it-
there.
No, but do you see his mask? It's a big fuck you to Chris Fane, who is also like let's dive into it a little bit. Chris Fane is suing that band. He is suing Slipknot for like I don't know what he's suing them for, but he like.
From what I understand, he hasn't been getting paid. Like
Right,
he's
and like
supposed to be
mental
getting paid.
anguish.
Corey Taylor,
Like
or-
mental anguish.
So do you know who made the new Slipknot masks? Tom
Yes,
Savini
Tom
and his
Savini.
team. Do you know who made the new Bray Wyatt mask?
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini and his team.
He's busy.
Yeah, he's a busy man. All right,
But
so we talked about who we voted for. I'm sorry to get you off.
No, let's get back
we're
on
back
topic.
on the beers. The
Yeah.
beers is the
I think we
important
all
stuff
have
today.
like a.
We can come back and talk music another day.
We talked politics.
It's
for like
2019 and Slipknot.
We talked about
still
being. I got
rips.
one chair. I got one spot. This is coming to the microphone.
Sit down and talk beer.
We got you covered here at the
promise
tent.
you a chair after you get a beer. What are you talking about?
So this has been.
Beer. What's your name, brother? Anthony.
So Anthony Roman was he was like my little brother that wasn't born out of my mother. I took him under the wing. I played basketball with him every day, and he was always a really, really good kid.
I can't see you playing basketball.
I was a fun. Now listen, don't let my big gut fool you. I was super athletic.
At one point, he was super phenomenal. Wait, I'll send you my college pictures from 60 pounds ago.
Both. He can do everything.
Oh, wow.
At one point, he can do everything.
wow.
Yeah. So my opinion
I don't
was.
trust these mono.
What do you mean? Monty kids are the best basketball players in the country.
Nick Holland, coaches all great.
Yeah. If you play for Mickey.
Colonel Brendan boy.
Yeah. Wait, Connor, you were so terrible you don't even have school anymore.
Hold on, I have something to bring up that's relevant to all of us. Did anybody have an awesome college fucking athlete body until they found out they really like beer?
I think the whole table.
Beer ruined fucking everything for me. I feel like it ruined everything for everybody though.
And then I don't know
Until
if you see her,
21.
you had to duck a little bit, but the camera. This is. I graduated with Jillian here.
Hi, Jillian.
How are you?
Also, like, I didn't have like that body because
In high school and college, I was 60
beer with
pounds
me in
lighter.
high school.
Because I didn't drink beer. They'd be like, "What do you want to drink?" I'd be like, "I don't really like beer. If you give me like a fucking vodka pineapple, I'll be cool." And now I'm like, "Give me a fucking beer." Here I am.
I didn't drink tonic until I was 24 years old.
Does everybody
Me too,
remember
23,
their
I remember
24, I was like, oh, here you go.
Real quick. Go ahead. What was the question?
Does everybody remember their first beer?
Now their first beer or their first craft beer?
The first beer that they like tried ever
was Kyers, but Carlin's first illegal beer drinking my parents didn't know about was Carlin.
Grab the other two chairs.
It's like almost done, right?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I remember my first beer. I remember my first beer I liked because they're definitely two different
I was
things.
probably like 11 years old. I used to go down in my basement.
not letting
My
anybody
grandfather had a fridge down. Full.
What was your now? I'm going to change the question. What was your first craft beer?
Draft beer?
Craft.
Craft.
Who was your introduction
You're
to
not
craft
gonna like
beer?
this. I'm not from here, but Yingling.
Yeah.
Yingling was just like a go-to beer where I'm
Not a
from.
bad answer.
Mine was all day
I grew up in
IPA.
Philly.
Fill in,
and they'd be
fill
like,
in.
"Oh, have a lager," and I'd be like,
Founders all day IPA for me.
Fill in. We can fill in. I'll try to get these all on camera. We'll make an adjustment here.
outside of
I'll probably
Yingling,
move in a second.
I remember a Magic Hat number 9 when I was.
You're all on camera. If you're in this area, you're on camera.
Dude, Magic Hat was probably the craft beer
Magic
that
Hat
everyone
number
talks
9
about.
when I was 13. That was my first craft
When you
beer.
were
if I'm
13?
not counting.
Love this guy.
And I was like,
Well, that is a
why would
craft beer.
anybody drink this?
So real quick,
now I'll fucking
new to our
definitely
table.
order.
Who did you vote for today? Who was your?
I still have my.
Oh, you better hurry up. It's almost over.
I know. We're gonna wait till the end.
Who's
You better drop that Rotunda. real quick.
Rotunda.
Who's high on your list?
Dude, I think I have the same glasses.
He looks like he's voting for Trump. I don't trust him.
That was a joke.
I'm gonna drop this in the Yingling bucket.
Who's
Just
high on
right
your
in the
list?
Yingling bucket.
While he's talking to the outside, who's your high on your list? Who'd you vote for?
Mr. Blackwell, don't vote for this.
Who's high?
I vote for Tony.
I'm getting the belt.
The unofficial.
Get out of here and go vote. Get out of here.
If you don't put that in the Rotunda bucket, I swear to God.
Rotunda.
I like that. Did you vote?
Wolf is got a good one
My
too.
top 3 is Rotunda.
Listen, I don't vote for our country, but you better vote for your beer.
Listen, registered felon. I'm not allowed. But the fucking the beer.
That's the story.
The beer votes, I can totally vote.
That's
for
the
it.
story right there. Hey, brother.
What's going on down here?
Hey, you made it. You're on the banner.
Oh, sweet, we're on the banner.
How are you guys getting anything?
Pilsner so far.
Which one was that?
Oh, that was the
Pilsner.
Gears John.
The Pilsner.
I think we still have the gears. I haven't been down there in a couple minutes, but
Awesome. Who'd you vote for today?
I'm gonna go. Who'd I vote for?
Good
seeing you, Anthony.
Thank you, brother.
Yep, no problem. I personally
Have a
voted for
Wolf. I lied.
So did I. I voted for Wolf as well. Tatterflag and Wolf haven't been heavy. Did you try the key lime pie?
I think
That's what I voted for.
Yeah, that's
I think Tatterflag is gonna pull it out.
Who did you vote for?
So, God bless you.
Who'd you vote for?
It's going right into the Kiwi thing, man.
And the key lime pie. Wolf again.
He said kiwi, but
It's head to head. I really think Tatterflag is gonna pull it out.
Can I ask a real, like,
Wolf is right
serious
behind
beer drinking question?
Sure.
Is this craft beer?
Yes.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
that's technically my name.
It's not
Depends
even.
on where you live.
It's not even.
Depends on where you live.
It's not
Don't
even
get me wrong,
technically.
it's delicious. I am.
It's not even
drinking it, and I
technically.
love it.
If you live
The
here,
definition-
How many
no.
beers have you tried?
2. I've tried the sour apple and I've tried the Gears Iced Tea.
I'll break something out for you. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, cool.
As far as Yingling goes, if you live here where we are currently,
you
in
guys
Pottsville,
want, like, two
Pennsylvania,
We have wide access.
Text my dad.
No, you can have everything they make. As far as if you live in like St. Louis, Missouri, it's going to be like, can I have a Yingling? And they probably only have a lager if they have that.
Yeah,
so at that point, you're like, oh shit.
But on the
this
same
is a
token,
really tasty beer.
if you ask for, I'm just trying to think of something that's not out of state. If we ask for like a, you know, vote Wolf. Wolf.
Yeah,
There's
there we
another
go.
Wolf.
There's another wolf. Yeah.
Even drop 2.
2 in Wolf.
Here. Hey,
Why?
Put another one in wolf for me.
Well, where is Wolf? How far is Wolf?
Like 3 or 4 down.
You have one.
I already voted.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We dropped 2, and I went to everywhere and came back and got the cloud.
Who was your close to?
Rotunda was good.
Rotunda was so
real
good. That was my vote.
What about your Maryland brewery?
What's that?
What about the Maryland guys? They were good.
They were good too, yeah.
No, but Wolf
I went to
stood out
Yes,
above everything.
So Wolf is a brewery. Is there one type you guys like?
I'm
Well,
Their scoop
Abomination.
series.
They have
Yeah.
their scoop series is good.
I love Abomination.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I didn't vote for them this year. I went for Wolf. The reason I voted for Wolf. Now, Abomination was delicious. You could tattered.
What?
All right, you're that guy. You were that one guy,
I'm
Roman.
the guy. You get one a day.
Don't do that. Heidi,
settling into your computer.
can you go to Greystone and get some napkins? We didn't think this through.
And to Jameson and Ginger.
No, but
So I like the fact you guys have Chetty and Golden here. What do you think?
Yeah,
I'm a Chetty guy. Here.
I love it now.
There you go. This is us.
You put something in mine, right?
So I'm Mike. Do we know each other?
I don't. I'm Anthony.
Yeah,
How you
Tony
doing?
did that. You're getting a Chetty.
Are you
and a
local?
fucking, Golden Pills
local,
right now.
right?
You're a local guy?
I got the mix.
So if you look at this up on every podcast channel or YouTube, I'll give you one as well. This is our main channel, and all the other like Bangin Beers is underneath that. So we're on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, the whole nine. We do 4 shows, but this is one of our beer show that we got invited to do. Yeah, I'm a local guy. I'm from Frackville, originally born and raised in Monty City. I'm an Anthony Blackwell. I don't know if my dad's big into the fire service. Is he around here? So
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. So we started off doing interviews with people have everyday stories that gone through things, or stories of just like in the fire service. Or we vary. It's just people telling their stories and going from there. And then we kind of branched off to different types of shows. Like we do professional wrestling, nerdy show. We talk about video games, comic book
Nerdy
movies.
shows. So you got
And then we do the beer show. So we have a little bit of everything.
They never say that.
Yeah, hang out. This is the beer show.
There's
another
cast member right there.
Yeah, that's another guy. So the reason I voted for Wolf, that was the reason why it was my vote. I don't like key lime pie, and B, I'm not a sour guy. So if you can give me 2 things that you already told me I don't like,
And they're good.
and it's amazing,
Shit, you're incredible.
it's hard for me not to vote for that.
I am a sour guy. But
Honestly, I am a sour guy, and that was the second best beer I had all day.
I'm slowly.
For sure.
kidding me?
It
So
was
the sour beer.
so good.
And it was
I voted for Rotunda.
It was delicious.
Now, in my head,
so sour, but it didn't. What? So what was the difference? I'm not a sour beer guy.
in my head, as far as opinion goes, it was just
didn't have a bite.
I like
Didn't have a
wheats,
bite.
not like
It was-
sours. Rotunda did a sour wheat. That was like perfect up my alley. That was it was like they tried to make a beer for me. That was what I wanted. And I know they didn't have the top draw of the day, but I was like, listen, also, I'm a big fan of let me get that back to back. If they can pull a back to back, can you imagine them up there with 2 belts?
I'll have
just
another
doing
one
this?
of those.
Well, it would only be one. It would only be one. They recycle the belt, but they would be Rotunda 2 belts.
Rotunda 2.
Yeah.
So I'm liking some IPAs that have like a little fruit
It's
in
all
them at
salt,
the
yeah.
end. Because they land a little soft.
That's this year.
Like,
That's
yeah.
new.
Just text my dad.
Over the last couple of years, IPAs have just been IPAs. But
I think
recently,
IPAs
I would
have
say
always
like
been to me like this.
this
I'm
year-
just gonna dig up a handful of grass. I'm just gonna throw it
You
in
want
my
to eat
mouth.
a
not
pine
always.
Chewing on it.
Would you
it
like
comes-
to eat an entire pine cone?
Not
That's what
always.
IPAs have been
Not
for
always.
years.
It comes down to the hop.
I mean, that's what I like about Chesterfield. It's got a But little that's bit a of good an IPA. That is like an IPA.
What do you got full glass of?
This is the collab, the Grassicus.
Okay. Now, where are you from? Where are you?
Jonerstown.
From where?
Jonerstown Brewery.
Oh, you're from a brewery.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I would have kicked him off a while ago.
It's
You're
all right. It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm hard.
we're just pieces of
We
crap
actually
here.
we had very high. I have like 4 glasses that were just left at my table. Listen, if they don't come back, oh, that was yours. All right, I just inherited 2
Yeah,
glasses.
so I like these IPAs that finish a little softer with a little bit of fruit in it. There was a
IPAs are
evil
evolving.
genius passion for it.
Now
It was
we,
really great.
you have a lot of high praise coming from people.
Oh, yeah?
The Girl Scout cookie beer,
Samoa.
and then your collaboration beer.
Which is that?
Yes, delicious.
Did you have some?
What's your favorite that you brought there?
Pour a little in your glass.
Honestly,
I was gonna drink right out of it.
honestly, I love the honey brown.
Yeah.
The honey brown's really good.
And where are you guys out of?
Dover, Pennsylvania.
you
Well,
don't.
it will be.
Yeah.
I'm working on
You wanna sip out of that
the building location, which should be solved in the next 2 months.
Yo, Roman, you want your glass?
Yeah.
That's a lot, Adam.
Yeah. You have one in your hand?
No, I don't.
But yeah, so the goal is to be open by January, February next year.
Okay. That's amazing. That's a very fruity. What's in that?
That is grape juice with raspberry hibiscus tea, and then
Mosaic, Citra, Galaxy Hops.
If no one's afraid of germs, take a sip of that. If you're not, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I got from
That's Jill.
Oh, okay. See you later.
So what do you think about the day today?
Amazing.
Great
So,
turnout, right?
so
Great turnout.
this festival used to be in the field in Fractal Elks.
The mud hole in Fractal.
It was very tight. It was small, and it's really now. It's not a knock against Fractal. That it's not like they lost something. It's just it overgrew it, which is a very good way of putting it. Some people are like, oh, we're no longer a part of Fractal because of anything that bad happened. It was just look, we filled up 3 city blocks.
So yeah, you know what? And is it? You think it's great here because you have Yingling here, and then so there's a culture that exists already, right?
I mean, you have some heavy hitters.
Yeah, I thought that was a great idea to have it right here.
Yeah, you have Yingling, you have Trogs, who are the two. I mean, when it comes to craft beer, they're the top dogs.
Yep.
And then you have breweries like
Victory, too.
And Victory, and then Rusty Rails here. I mean, you have local breweries here that are showing that they can compete with the big dogs, and they're not as big.
Right now, I'm still making
Great
it
job,
in my
Dave.
basement.
Hey, I'm gonna sit on his seat.
There you go,
Dave.
Dave. Dave, is there any for sale still?
No.
They're not?
Hit me up later.
All right.
I lost mine. Someone stole mine already.
So what do you think about today?
How do you feel about it?
They're just talking about growing out of Fractal, right?
Yeah, we
Bree,
growed a lot.
real quick, Bree, I don't know if you're on you're on camera. Bree, amazing job today. One of the hard workers here at Brewfest. Stasha, get her over here. Call her over.
Nisha.
Niche.
We
Call,
Nisha.
Niche.
Nisha.
Come here. You too. Both of you, all of you, come here.
What are we doing here?
Come here.
Talking about the growth.
No, I just want to give a big shout out to the workers here. I want to say thank you to the workers here for today. You guys got everyone in.
Well, thank you.
You guys did an amazing job. And
I didn't do shit because I kept walking the fuck away because it was absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Are we allowed to curse on this fucking podcast?
Not a fucking chance.
Oh.
No.
Oh my god, are you lying?
We're live.
Yeah.
No, you can curse. It's cool. But
I
no.
fucking hated it. I hid the entire time. I went and drank.
Yo, everybody vote for this guy. That's all I'm saying.
So
I'm just
so you were
just a guy, local guy walking in.
Yeah.
Checking it out.
So
No, they didn't ask me to come on live
are you like undercover on this? Are you undercover boss?
Get
over
here. Yeah,
I'm undercover boss.
You're right in the camera right now.
How are you?
Come on, hop in.
You're already in
On the
it.
camera
Everyone.
You're internet famous.
Here's Pink. Pink's on the show.
Pink.
There's Pink.
I wish you would have done that exact move on
Wait,
camera.
come here a second. Right here, and do that move again. The thing.
Well, that's
That's right.
So, all right, so you now
These are my buddies from the Higgins Valley.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a Higgins guy, yeah.
So you said you're a local guy. What do you do in the area?
So we're in the, I'm the state rep for this neck of the woods.
Nice.
Yeah, right. And here's the other thing. We started Craft Brewers Caucus a couple years ago in the State House. I'm the chairman of the Craft Brewers Caucus.
Nice.
Yeah, for the House of Representatives. Yeah, so we're doing, man. We're trying to bolster the industry because you guys are so great. The industry's so great at manufacturing, right? And tourism and community revitalization. There's so many communities that are getting pulled up by craft beer.
So the big things I'm very passionate about, especially with this area, and I try to showcase in my shows, is there's 2 things in this area that people are very passionate about. It's craft beer, because obviously our town house is the oldest craft brewery in America.
The largest craft brewery in America.
Oldest and largest.
Largest and oldest American-owned brewery. American-owned.
Yes. And if
the other guys are foreign.
Now, and if the only person who wouldn't be in contention with them would also be a local brewery in Monte City with Kaiser's. So that says a lot.
Yeah, great tradition.
Yeah, exactly. We have tradition in this area.
So we have authenticity, right? It's great to know that this industry's kind of grown out of our authenticity.
So for me, my podcast is out of my small little kitchen in my house.
It's a fantastic kitchen.
But to me, I'm inspired by this area's culture where you can be that guy out of your kitchen and grow into something bigger. As long as you stay, it might be. Yes, thank you. There you go.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
So listen, we come from the whole region, right? That was our history.
And it's
right?
and hard work pays off.
Yeah, right.
You're back.
But I think craft can bring us back to where we were. I think that we can restore the greatness. I mean, you walk down this street right here. Take a look at the architecture. I mean, there's so much authenticity, right? And then you get these brewers coming in from throughout the Commonwealth and other states.
Yes.
And people get a chance to see what what people can really appreciate about what we've got here. What was like born and bred right here.
Absolutely. And another thing I'm very passionate about in this area is local music. Our music scene.
These guys are great.
Yeah, our music scene in the area. We have so many bands in this area that are extremely talented. But I mean, besides bar rooms where they can put.
Shout out to Randolph Schultz.
Yeah, I mean he's. Randolph is doing it with Fate's Got a Driver. I mean, he's touring with the original, one of the last members of Fate's Taking Back Sunday. But I mean, we have a local music scene of really hard-working, young, talented musicians from the Pottsville Education and Tamaqua and all this.
You work for who?
I am owner brewer of Jonerstown.
What are you trying to do with beer? Like, you're not trying to sell like a Miller Lite can.
Oh God, no.
No one wants that. Like when they go to see you, they want something different.
Yeah.
And that's like.
Well, one of them, if you had, was to have Samoa today. Did you have any of that?
I did.
That's phenomenal.
That's a great one. Great dessert. Not something that I can sell all the time because it is too sweet.
But you make it.
Yeah, when it's there, people are going to want it because they've had it.
Now, when I walked up to try it, I said, I see the dark beer. Now, for me, dark beer, I immediately see it. I say, it's going to taste like coffee. Because a lot of the darker beers now, it's the trend to have a coffee taste.
Sure. Right.
And I don't like coffee taste. So I said, I'm like, I can't handle coffee. He goes, sip it.
There he is.
Now, I smelled coffee.
The man, the myth,
I don't know
the
why,
legend.
but I got it. Yeah. So
I've
what
been from the chocolate and the cookies.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get some chocolate, you get some peanut butters. I mean,
was
there's all that
Yeah,
stuff. That's involved.
his stout was phenomenal.
I mean, not that one.
Yeah, and the IPA are
It's supposed to be an IPA, but the grape kind of overpowered the hops a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's still got a decent
Yeah.
backbone of it.
Yeah, but going back to our area, the local music scene in our area is phenomenal, and I feel like if the right people got behind the local music scene and had somewhere for them to do their thing, because they can only put so much in a local bar.
So you know there's going to be a bunch of bands on July 13th, right? So when Union's got their 190th event downtown, it's going to be better than Ezra.
And
it's
June
going to be a
15th.
big deal.
And June 15th.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
So I think
We've had tons of local bands in our show. Tons. Yep.
What kind of scene do you think we have in
When
is
it comes
a
to
heavy
what?
metal scene? Is it?
I think it's everything. It's a mix of everything.
It's an eclectic kind of
So
scene.
we have amazing cover bands
Oh, I know.
who can cover anything.
Well, Schuylkill County is always.
Now
had
we have a
amazing
very
cover bands.
heavy metal music scene.
Sure.
But we also have a
I'm
very
looking at like Sapphire and like Broken Spell. Like
They're more
you
of a
go
class
see
of
that-
rock.
That's what I mean. Like they like
You have
you
Sapphire,
go
you have, what is it, Gem?
Jam. Like you go to see those
Then your
guys.
heavy scene, Faith and Exile, Hands Resist, and then you have your original scene where you have Look Alive. you
Here's the
have,
thing, like you gotta look for bars. You gotta look for venues that allow original music.
Most venues do. Any bar will put anybody in, but the problem is you can only put so many people in a bar.
Okay.
Right.
And no one's gonna come for originals.
They do.
They do.
They do.
How good you are.
Yeah.
I guess they do.
But
no,
it's-
well, he said.
It's like anything else. You got to build your following first,
Because
right? And then
you
people
might
start to
be
hear
that
about it, and then it
next.
starts to help the venue. and
Someone's
help
gotta start
everything
somewhere.
else. So,
Yeah.
Listen,
I broke the seal, Tony.
All right.
I broke the seal.
Say, brother. But the thing is like I'm from an area where a lot of people say.
Thanks for your good work, guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you
keeping
so
to
much.
spread the message. I'm gonna have one before I go your spot. Where are you?
Down right past the band on the left.
Go get the Samoa cookie.
My friend, you guys
Yeah,
did
that
well
smell's gonna
today.
kick soon if it hasn't.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, we have a lot of really cool stuff here, man. Like, and I like how we met, but it's been a long day. But yeah, man, I love it. It's been a good day. Like the beer wise,
This
it's
has
been
been my
fun.
first time at this festival.
It is,
and it's really great.
Where
so
are you
far.
guys from?
York area, Dover.
Okay.
Well,
Do you
about
have-
2
do you
hours
have-
away.
Do you have like a?
I don't have a brew
Do
pub
you have a
yet.
brick and mortar?
No, not yet. Nope.
Not yet.
Still being made at home.
Okay.
Until is it June, July is when I am.
Well, I
Okay,
guess
got one.
No,
June,
Tony will give
July.
you a plug if you need a plug.
No, that's awesome.
anytime. Listen, I know York's a travel, but we'll figure something out. I'm very, very, very booked. A lot of people have booked me, but I usually do beer shows on a Sunday. But I mean, if anytime you have an open Sunday where you maybe have 3 or 4 beers on that you wanna showcase, we will come to you
That's great.
And do it.
My wife is actually doing another festival for me right now too in New York.
Awesome.
Brew Kids on the Block.
What do you guys call yourself?
Jonerstown Brewing.
Say it loud and proud right into there.
Jonerstown Brewing Company.
There you go, Jonerstown.
And what all, I lost my pamphlets because it got wet.
People are going to ask, where's Jonerstown? They ask that all the time. But it's actually, like I said, in Dover, but it was what Dover was called back in the 1800s. So I'm kind of playing on the town's history.
Oh, so it was Jonerstown and they changed it.
Yep,
to
they
Dover.
changed it to Dover after 1865, I think it was.
I dig that.
So it's like I play on the town history of it.
We're getting a little history lesson here.
That's about all I know about it. But but I like doing that.
Where were you born and raised?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yep.
I was just not picking on the Baltimore, the Maryland brewer here.
I'm not a Baltimorean, trust
But
me.
I said, oh my God, the state of Maryland puts the flag on everything.
Yeah.
On everything. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Socks, underwear. Like I live in Pennsylvania. I've seen the state flag 4 times. And Baltimore sticks it everywhere.
Yes, they do.
But is it? How close are we?
I think it's getting close.
My Rotunda sticker is taking a beating because someone spilled a whole beer on the table. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so bummed because I really like the sticker. I don't want to lose it.
Ah! Get up.
But yeah, what all did you bring to the festival?
They brought the Honey Brown and the Half Samoa, Mozango, and...
Would you like to sit down? Are you sure?
Sure.
Come tell us about what you had today and if you enjoyed it. Everything. What did you vote for? What did you vote for? Oh my God! All right, but you had a good time. Did you attend last year when it was in Frackville? No. So this is your first time. So being in Pottsville drew you to the event. Okay, I like it. What do you do now? And what do you do? Like, what is your?
What does that mean? Sit down and please tell me what that means.
Have you looked around downtown Pottsville lately? You don't
I have.
First time I've ever been out here.
Heidi.
So this is good for public image.
Good for everything.
Can you go on the gravestone and see if they have like Scotch tape? I don't want to lose these. I want to take them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Scotch though.
Ask and see what happens. All right. Anthony Roman spilled a whole beer on my table and ruined 2 of my brand new stickers. Would you like to sit down and talk to us? Come on, see.
All right, I have to get going.
Yeah, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank you for having
it.
us.
Hey, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure's mine.
The beer was delicious.
Thank you very much.
You did a great job.
Look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you. All right, you guys have fun.
When are they doing the belt announcing? He's already gone.
He's already gone.
He's already gone.
We gotta get a bud wash.
So what's your name?
Eric.
Eric, I don't think you're on camera. Can you slide that chair a little bit over? And then
Come towards me.
And then we'll slide that chair over so if someone sits.
I know no one wants to come towards me.
Nikolai, can you kick that over to hair so if someone sits down, they know to be on camera? Thank you. So your first name?
We'll just stop together.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So, what brought you out here today?
You know, I've been going to breweries
Farlow's.
for the last couple of years. I got into the whole craft drinking thing. And
Have you been to the Frackville one? Where was in This festival was in Frackville last year.
no, I haven't been to that.
Okay. So what were some of the beers that caught your attention today? Breweries.
I'm from Tamaqua, so Stoker's.
Stoker's is cool.
Yeah.
Great people too.
Yeah, that'll be the first.
Great people.
You know, and I've done a little bit of traveling. I mean, I seen Rusty Rail was here. I stayed out there.
Is there a brewery that you became a fan of after their beers today?
Tough one. I guess I would have to say there was that Tasty Fingers by Pilgaroo.
Oh yes. Now they have another one that's called Fluffy Fingers. It's all made with fluff marshmallow. They didn't bring it today though. Yeah. What did you think of the? Can you just tape these 2 down? What did you think about the Gears Iced Tea beer? No.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I mean, I'm a huge Gears Iced Tea
Me
drinker.
too.
So.
I have it tattooed on my body. Yeah. I just don't want to lose it. They're really good. But so, who was your vote for today?
I honestly,
You don't
didn't even vote.
Oh, you didn't?
No, there's a lot I like, and I mean, but they're limited where the actual green cup is, and it's
Yeah.
hard to.
Now, you came general admission? Yeah, so it's a little harder during general admission, which kind of entices you to get that VIP the previous year. And then they have some beers that you would never try if you were not part of VIP. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, was there much more of a selection?
Yeah, there was a few of them they snuck in there if you were VIP. So when you do come VIP, there is more beers that you can try that are part of the lineup.
I know.
I found another.
Have a seat.
Liz.
I know.
Sit there and
Doug
eat
down
your
in
popcorn.
Stokers brought one that he was going to have for
Thanks,
VIP,
Heidi.
and
Would you like some popcorn? Come around. Sorry, we're loving on camera.
We got a loving break.
My little sister, thank you for coming out.
him.
Did you have a good time?
Awesome. Oh my god, yeah.
Who'd you vote for?
Anyone yet?
Who voted?
Giving her some
Dude, I don't know who to vote for. They're all good. I don't even understand. If you have not been here before, no.
Who did you vote?
Pass these to Amanda.
They're not gonna hear you.
Is that Amanda?
Say it again.
If you have not been here before, you're missing out.
So come next year.
Yeah.
Is that Amanda?
Absolutely. This is my first time being here. Oh, thank you.
No, is that all hers?
Awesome.
She's picking her favorite.
Listen here.
Oh, she's on.
All right. So my favorite, everybody.
Can we agree to disagree? Let's have a debate. Go
All
ahead.
right, let's go.
Oh, no,
What's your
go
favorite?
ahead.
I don't even remember.
No, I want to
mine.
hear yours first.
I voted for Wolf. I voted for the key lime pie.
Oh my god.
Tequila, so did I.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Voted for
Key lime
Obama.
pie is really good.
Obama?
Yeah, I voted for Obama.
Yeah. But what beer did you vote for?
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were special.
They were really
Now, how-
good.
really
I
good,
agree.
yeah.
They were
No, I
really, really
agree.
good.
Was there anyone on the lineup that was a close second for you?
Rotunda.
Yes. Rotunda and Tattered Flag.
Tattered Flag was good. The blueberry?
Yes.
Blueberry was good.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. You brought
I'm a
someone else
sour
with you.
drinker, so.
I'm not. So that's why I was really impressed
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Actually,
is it
there
a video or a
there
photo?
was a really lot. Like there was a lot.
really
of
a lot.
ones.
A real lot.
I am.
All right. So get out of here because you're hammered. Get out. I love you. Bye bye. Have fun.
I want my stickers.
Yeah. I'm booting
No,
Your phone.
No, don't take my phone. Give me my phone.
You can hide it.
Taking his phone. I love you.
See you later. Have fun. Be safe. Get home.
High five, high five. Oh no! Don't fall through.
Would you like some popcorn?
Yeah, have some popcorn.
Would you like some popcorn?
What kind is it?
Chocolate covered pretzel.
We had that's good stuff.
Holy shit.
Would you like some more?
I do. It has like a salty, like.
Yeah, it's called chocolate and salt. Kicks your ass, yeah.
Invite me when I'm not drunk.
All right. We'll do.
Man, I don't know.
So yeah, so we're on the same page that the three that really caught our attention were Rotunda, Wolf Creek, and Tattered Flag.
Yes, I agree. They were the three best.
Yeah. Now that's not saying that the other ones didn't bring their A game because every.
Oh no, I'm not saying they did either.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean
So,
that's.
if you gotta talk about a place like today, like where everybody's out, like
The gentleman who was just
There
sitting here,
probably isn't a
Johnson,
bad
that
beer
Samoa beer
in
was
the entire
awesome.
right. It's all about your personal
Right.
tastes.
Yeah.
I do not like coconut.
One other thing that gets me is, I don't know
By the
how
way,
you
the
voted.
Pulp
Did
Fiction
you
shirt's
vote
hilarious,
because
and I'm
they
not even
had
a Philadelphia
special
fan.
beer that you really
No, I
liked?
voted because I really, really liked it.
Or did you have all of their beers and like, oh,
I don't know how you vote. Did you vote?
I didn't vote.
You didn't vote.
I did try all the beers before I voted, and I voted for Wolf Creek.
Here's what I'm saying is, yeah, I had the blueberry, I had the ones that caught my eye, and there was a smaller Wolfer something or other Creek.
I definitely.
All of their beers were good. Their claim to fame was they had Girl Scout cookies in their beer. But they were all good. Like they had 4 offerings and they were all tasty.
I think everybody